chance. There ain't no track. Talladega, you're going right.
It's time to crank it up, Dylan. That's pretty cranked. Haley Deegan, God, she's hot. I can't hate on Haley Deegan because she looks that good.
You never know what's going to happen in Daytona.
Yeah, and there you see the families, of course, on hand. This is a big one. So do they have to be patiently aggressive, though, right, at the beginning?
Well, that's
Let me get my stream up on my phone.
Understand that concept.
Yes, it is. All right. It's the time for the big race, and we've been talking about it. Who's going to get the victory out at Daytona? Race coverage starts now.
I love Kyle Busch's shirt. I don't know if you guys have seen Kyle Busch's shirt or not, but it's his most expensive day of the year. I don't think Kyle's a fan of Daytona or Talladega, but he wants to win the Daytona 500. Until then, he's going to say how much he doesn't want to win it. Ladies and gentlemen, you've made it. You're only 2 days away from the Daytona 500. And we have the biggest shit show of the week tonight, usually. Actually, no, that's ARCA. But ARCA at Daytona now sucks. The package they have for ARCA at Daytona really sucks now. So even those races aren't fun anymore. So trucks, the shit show of the week.
It's officially race season.
And you get to hear Vince Welch. Congratulations.
Speedway, the world's center of racing. This is the season opener for the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. And it's brought to you
The NASCAR Craftsman Gander Outdoor Camping World RV Truck Series. Or as Darrell Waltrip once said, once the Craftsman Nationwide Truck Series. Oh, what's up, Michael? Johnny Sauter, Parker Kligerman, you know the deal. You got it back on limited? Dylan's playing NASCAR Thunder 2003, and neither one of us is having much luck because the car is just ungodly tight, and I haven't put setups in yet.
After missing out on the championship, Nemechek says he's here for trophies.
What's up?
Add Daytona to the collection. Regardless of your success, there's always
iRacing megastar Ty Majeski. I saw him win the ARCA race at Charlotte a couple years ago. You could have been there, but it was a weeknight, so I went to pole night at Charlotte and watched Cup qualifying in the ARCA race. It's the only ARCA race I've watched in the last 4 years was one I was at. Mark Martin passed Dylan on the last lap at Charlotte again. Dylan's doing the challenge. The 2001 Coke 600. You're Tony Stewart. You got to go from what, fourth to the lead in 4 laps, third to the lead and win. Pass Kevin Harvick, hold off Mark Martin, pass Jeff Burton, and Mark Martin's passed him on the last corner twice.
What about these drivers tonight and what they're experiencing as they get ready?
I mean, the hype of Daytona kicks off.
Kurt Busch in the booth for the truck race tonight.
What I love is that NASCAR collaborates
I gotta
with
tell
the
you.
manufacturers. You're going to see
Fuck Kurt Busch is more important. Them dual races were weird, and a lot of people are not going to like the Daytona 500, but I'm not going to be one of them. I'm probably going to like it because it reminded me. Not the race. They're not going to like the style of racing they're going to see because it's going to be very similar to 96 to 99 style Daytona. That 4-car breakaway with the 4 cars that were able to make moves on each other, that's good. It's just not going to be as big a group at the end. If the race ends on a long green run, it's going to be the pack's going to get broken up, and it's going to be very similar to the late 90s. Some people ain't going to like that. I personally will like it because you'll still be able to pass, and the race is more in the driver's hands, and they're less likely to tear about 30 of them up at once. So I'm good with how the race is probably going to be. We'll see if it's any different with 40 cars compared to just 21. But I just got a hunch that this 500 is going to look different. The trucks, though, it's going to look like your standard Daytona clusterfuck. Settle in. Standard Daytona clusterfuck incoming. Who gets airborne tonight? Does Matt DiBenedetto get air? He's my pick to get airborne. Matt DiBenedetto is going to get airborne tonight.
There's 3 races in this race tonight.
There's got to be a prop bet on a flip and who is going to flip.
You plan on staying right there, leading every lap if you possibly can. Because if you do fall back, you got to come through that storm eventually if you're going to get to victory lane.
Dylan's coming to the white flag in the 2001 Coca-Cola 600. You might get to Burton. If you can get to his draft down the back, you might get him.
Sometimes you're not. But if you prepare yourself mentally to know how to get through the stages,
just hit your marks.
That's the key point. But it's all about the checkered flag, not those stage flags.
Well, and maybe that plays into
This might be the run, Dylan. You're going to have a nice run off of 2 here. Stay in his draft all the way down the backstretch if you can.
You never know.
Pick a favorite. Who's a guy you're keeping an eye on tonight that you think might be their night?
Not enough.
I really believe he's going to run
That fucking car's going to get tight as shit in entry of 3. Stay in his draft. Dirty air was not much of a problem in 2001. Comes up just short again.
My deal, I'm going with the teams. I like the KBM type of pick. You know, there's Thor Sport, there's GMS.
Trying to coach Dylan here in a game I don't feel like playing because the goddamn car is too tight. So I'll let him play it.
You are the crew chief,
Yeah.
Why is my car so tight?
Let's go downstairs for the
Well, I never did custom setups in this game.
And here to say the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome the Vice President of Florida Power and Light, Mike Spoor.
Mike Spoor.
Drivers!
Woohoo, truck racing. Jesus loves Matty D. Well, he might get close to meeting him tonight when that truck's up in the air. I like the new Toyota trucks. I like that. They look good.
Beginning the season for the 23rd time.
You guys remember when even the trucks started doing the two truck tandem draft?
Season here at Daytona every year since 2000. It is a special place, and for each of
Goddamn,
these
Mark
drivers,
Martin's fast. Follow him.
The opportunity to win here again.
Oh, Mark checked up.
Means the world to you as a driver, and certainly can enhance your career. We're about ready to go from Daytona in the season opener for the Camping World Truck Series.
Are you ready for some truck? It'll be a while before I stream a truck race again, because like I said, the next truck race is fucking Las Vegas, and Kyle Busch is in it, and it'll be a boring race whether he wins or not, so I probably won't do that race. Unless I'm just in a really good mood that day. Like I said, I can't do all the races because I go to some. I can't do all the Cup races. I do almost all the Xfinity races, but I have to miss the one when I go to Florida. Or this year it'd be California. I'm going to California this year. And I go to Cup races, and I don't feel like doing Kyle Busch truck races, so... But if there's a race in our time zone, there's a chance me and Dylan might be at it. If it's in Tennessee, Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina, maybe Georgia. A lot of people do good in ARCA cars, though, Karen, so I don't know. It would be pretty sweet to see Haley Deegan win. Pause it. Because I want to change it to limited stability and try it again.
Go for it.
Hold on, I unplugged my fucking
I
headset.
think I could beat it.
Because I've got
I'm
about
having too much damn fun with it.
I've got about 30 goddamn wires in here.
I think even after we beat it, I'm gonna keep playing it. I might just go race it short.
My headset is fucked up. Hold on, guys. The fuck happened to my headset? God damn it. My headset's not working, is it? I know my microphone is on because the computer mic's picking up, but now my damn... Motherfucker! Well, I might have just ruined this whole stream because I unplugged my headset and now it won't pick back up. My headset won't pick up on the OBS. Why, I don't know. I bet it sounds like shit without the fucking headset mic. I bet that sounds awful right now. It won't recognize my headset.
I bet it sounds like shit without the fucking headset.
Is the headset picking up? Hold on, we're doing a mic test right now. Let me see how it sounds when I'm over here. I think it might be picking up the headset again. It's just not as loud as it was.
Recognize my headset. I bet it sounds like shit without the fucking headset.
That was when I unplugged it.
We're doing a mic test. Let me see how it sounds when I'm over here. I think it might be picking up the headset.
It's not picking up the headset. It's picking up the fucking laptop mic. So the laptop mic sounds okay, because that might be what we're stuck with, because my headset won't work.
That sounded pretty decent. It didn't sound bad. It sounds pretty much normal.
Okay.
To me.
Fuck it. I guess we'll try it with the laptop microphone then. I guess. I don't like doing that. It doesn't feel comfortable to me, but
watch in the field tonight.
Certainly
Let's see how
another
it sounds
Josh
now.
is going to be the
Oh,
number
that's
4
good.
with John Hunter Nemechek returning
Is that
to
too loud?
Busch Motorsports. He was the regular
Oh.
season champion last year with his 5 victories, but he also had 11 round wins. But to him, he says it's just not enough. He wants more.
That's too
He wants
loud,
more
let me
trophies
know.
to put in his
I'm so
trophy case
anxious
back at
now
home. He
because
knows
I'm
his
streaming
crew. Eric
differently.
Phillips has given him a
All
solid
because
truck.
I
This is
unplugged
the
my
same
headset, now my
truck
OBS
that they
won't
took
pick
to
it
the
up
4th
again.
place finish at Talladega last year. In qualifying tonight, he made himself up
If
to
it
the
sounds
second.
funky,
The
you'll have
first
to let
row
me know.
qualified second.
I feel
But he
weird
said
not
he
talking
made a
into a
mistake.
headset,
He wants
though.
to
I'm so
build some
uncomfortable.
momentum and carry that momentum.
I'm going to try
through
this
the rest of
lightning
the season. He
challenge
said
in
it all
NASCAR
starts
Thunder
here.
really
It
quick
does indeed.
before the
And
race
Kyle Busch
starts.
Motorsports has collected more trophies than any other team in the series. And let's go back a couple of years to 2020, and you see Kyle won 3 times. Brandon Jones got a win. Rafael Lessard scored his first career win for KBM. And then last year, look at those numbers.
Too loud now?
Chandler Smith
I
got
thought
2
so.
wins, won 2 of the last 5.
That laptop
won
mic's
5
really
times.
good,
Kyle
though.
got a couple of wins. Martin Truex won on the dirt at Bristol. And,
Well, if it will
when
let
you
me
drive for Kyle Busch
adjust.
Motorsports, you're expected
How about
to
now?
win. And John Hunter Nemechek, I think, is feeling that pressure. They thought they were going to be a championship winner a year ago.
Feel
Didn't
as
get
though
it
I'm
done.
overcompensating.
And I think the screws have tightened a little bit for him to do
Because
it
I've had to
this
fuck
year.
around with the microphone. I don't know if I'm going to get to complete this challenge before the race starts or not. So Dylan, you might have to bring it home.
Daytona, 2.5 miles, 31 degrees of banking. Heard I tried to climb those the other day. That's a real challenge, by the way. But you know, when it's Daytona, you can forget all that stuff.
I could just
You
close the
work hard
stream
to
and
get a
start it up
victory
again,
here.
but I don't want to do
Yeah, I mean,
that.
as far as racing, Alice, you know, we got 250 miles. Stage 1 and 2 are 20 laps each. The final stage, that's going to be the difference maker in those 60 laps.
Still
and then the
tight,
fuel window,
yeah.
30 to 35 laps on fuel. Tires shouldn't
It
be
wants
an
to
issue,
turn now,
but again,
Dylan.
sometimes you forfeit track position to get the good handling.
Got
and then
4 to
there's a lot of
go,
times
run down
Coochie
Jeff
says, hey,
Burton.
you stay out and just wheel this thing. See what you got.
Let's take a look at the starting lineup today. Earlier
God.
qualifying this afternoon here at Daytona, and Ty Majeski.
Me and Harvick in
first
multiple
career
video
pole.
games
Majeski
don't like
driving
each other very
full-time
much.
this season for Thor Sport.
Look at Mark,
John
better
Hunter
run.
Nemechek was
Mark,
second
Mark.
the quickest. And you see how they start. Chandler Smith out of KBM, Tyler Ankrum with a new home at Hattori Racing this season.
Yeah, the Toyotas swept the first
Oh.
position.
Loose, baby, loose. I still ain't gonna catch this motherfucker, but the car feels drivable now.
He will be a factor.
Yeah, with Grant in the 23 truck, that's going to be one to watch all season long. Riley Herbst running a truck race in 17. He'll be pushing just
Too
like he always
focused
is.
right now.
Yeah,
I'm
it'll be
trying to
interesting
catch
to see
Jeff
how
Burton.
GMS does this. He's going from a 4-truck team to a 2-truck
Lawless.
effort this year. As you see Jesse Wool and the Lawless Allen back in row 5. A couple of drivers that'll be in the trucks a lot this season. Jesse
They'll have
Little
nothing
going
I
to
can
run
do, so
about
I
half the
guess.
season, splitting it with
Yeah,
Kaz
about half
Gralla.
a second.
There's Infinger's teammate for GMS, Jack Wood in the 24, Chris Wright in the 44
That
for
us
Nice.
taking that assist down
Austin
helps him a
Hill and
lot. in
Chevy,
1 and 2.
Christian Eckes running with his Toyota. I mean, it's
But Mark,
you can
put
see the
these
grouping
guys
and qualifying on the
10,
manufacturer. Spencer
Yeah.
Boyd and Austin Wayne Self in row 8, but Austin's got it over the back on
You can
cruise
see
adjustments.
You can see here, Kurt, the truckers are coming down pit road, checking the pit road speed, making sure they have everything dialed in when this green flag drops here in just a lap.
It's amazing how important pit road has become, and now there's a practice session before the race to dial in your RPM and dial in your tack.
You know, we're back to row 12.
Let's see if we can
Matt
repeat
Benedetto,
that,
I think
Dylan.
he can win this race tonight, and that's what's so
Well, he had you
interesting.
by
Row
9
13, Haley
minutes
Deegan,
on
another
the
truck
line.
that can be up front when the checker flag falls.
I'm
Got last
really
year's winner
fucking
and,
loose.
Series champion Ben Rhodes in row 14. Matt Crafton in row 15. Crafton's been runner-up here a couple of times, but he's never won here at Daytona.
As they finish up the pit road practice, let's see if we can get a word with Matty D,
Oh,
Matt
damn.
Benedetto.
Damn. Oh.
God damn it!
Pushing the boys in the Fox booth. The
One more attempt and I'd get it. I'm good now.
Well, other than having a lot of headroom, what's
Guys,
different
I can't stress to you enough how uncomfortable this is to not be talking into the headset. Let me do another mic test for myself. I think you guys can actually hear Dylan better now that I'm not on the headset.
Well, when the TV was running too, it's whenever you talk and the TV's on at the same time, the TV overrides you.
That's going to be the way to success.
So I can turn down the TV then.
Well, I'm glad you're out there. I love your energy, and I can't wait to
See, now I've got to like mix sound and figure out. See, that's what's fucking with me. I can't concentrate because I'm like worried about the quality of the sound.
Tonight. Let's hop on board with Ben Rhodes and his Toyota onboard camera. He's got a visor cam too, man. Clint or Kurt.
Let's see how I feel about this. I
I
guarantee tomorrow we will be going back to using the headset just because I'd be more comfortable holding a microphone.
The roof cam brought to you by Monster Energy. You know, I don't like those guys. They like me. It's good times. Grab yourself a cold Monster.
And set back and try to relax because it's going to be intense. My palms are sweating. I knew they would be, Vince. I'm already up on the chip because I know.
Okay, we're trying new things. Streaming without a fucking microphone.
Will that allow them to be even more aggressive? I don't think that's possible.
Laptop mic is pretty damn good though. I gotta say, it sounds good.
Red and black machine.
And we're coming to the green.
Come from the pole position 4 times before. Most
Let me know if you can.
recently
You should be able to hear the race
Fast
audio pretty good. I think I got it balanced out now.
His first career win
I just had to turn the race audio down some.
I'm
driving
pumped
for
up.
Thorsport.
I am pumped up.
Like I said, any complaints, direct them to me immediately.
Green flag waves. The
Green
2022
flag.
season underway. The Camping World Truck Series.
Still got to learn who's in what truck.
It'd be
I know
interesting
most
to
of them.
see how quick they want to form one line, or if there's going to be an aggressive group on the outside lane. I'm looking for some 3 wide action.
Brilliant Fox camera work already. There we go. There's a good
By
camera.
Majeski, wasn't it? He was able to jump out there.
Majeski and John Hunter are out front.
Third place starter, and then
I wish they'd bring up the leaderboard so I can tell who's in what truck, because from far away I can't tell.
But this is what's going to be interesting, Kurt. We can see
Big run down the back from both lines, especially that outside. Big push to Austin Hill from Corey Haim. Corey Haim.
Yeah, they had a nice head of steam.
Corey Feldman is his
Straight away.
teammate.
Now it's going to be interesting with the side draft. How aggressive will the side draft be with the new body styles on these trucks?
That's Tyler Ankrum leading that outside lane.
Pretend it's iRacing. Majeski's going to lead lap 1, but not by much, because Austin Hill's getting to his outside.
Majeski leading the way. Majeski leads the low line with Nemechek behind him, and that's Ankrum up top.
You know, and I'm seeing all the Toyotas up there. I wonder what type of communication Toyota TRD applied to the driver strategy or with the crew chiefs. The manufacturers continue to get more and more involved with how they want to conduct the plate races because
They're 2x2 down the back.
But at the end of the day, whoever's driving whatever
Bump from
truck
Nemechek to Majeski is going to keep the lead for him.
Teammate Chandler Smith behind him in the 18. And then the
Majeski's just going to play both lines.
Mark just fucking
Another
turned me.
Toyota on the inside.
Remember, they can't lock bumpers in the truck series either.
Right on, we're on board the 17, and now some of the stability in the trucks. They're actually looking pretty stable. They look
Be funny if Kurt said they're looking stable and then they wreck immediately. Well, they just about did. Crafton and the 24 are slow. I don't know if they almost got together or if they just chose to back out.
Ty Majeski continues to lead. First laps led in his career.
Oh shit, online strips without clothing, guys. Take advantage of that opportunity.
It's
a comment.
Teammates and faces there on the full-time
What are you doing in my stream? Go watch some strippers. Yeah. Oh, Ankrum's in the 16. I like how I said Austin Hill. See, I told you, I did not pay attention this week to anything truck related. Until Michael sent me the odds. Until you sent me the odds, Michael, I didn't see shit.
It's all about winning in numbers, and right now the
Majeski, still your leader. Oh, we missed Dale Earnhardt's Lap 3 tribute, guys. It's February 18th. Where were you when the NASCAR World stopped turning? I remember exactly where I was. I was watching the 2001 Daytona 500, and at the end of the race, we rushed out of the house so my dad could run and go buy some pot. And then on the way back home, we found out Earnhardt was dead. Heard it on the radio.
Is doing it on purpose or not, but we see him rolling up off that yellow line around the bottom of the racetrack. I don't know if he's making the outside lane go further or if he's having a bit of an issue staying low, but I've noticed him up off the bottom.
Is that my sponsor? We are not affiliated with Online Strips Without Clothing. We are not affiliated.
To the left of center, and it changes the cowl pressure as far as horsepower goes.
These teams did have a...
I'm trying to just watch the trucks that I know, like Majeski and Nemechek and Corey Haim and Terrible Herbst
this big.
and Jesse Little and Stuart Friesen and Eckes. Enfingers in the 23 now.
This many trucks versus running 6 to 8 trucks.
Yeah,
This is still not 8-wide racing, though.
You do single car runs, and then you go out there with your manufacturers.
Robot
and
Strippers,
small
my
group.
favorite sponsor.
Then you jump out there with who wants to really jump in and check their handling. And then there's nothing that simulates.
You guys sure
race
this sounds
conditions
good?
Like this. And once you get past lap 5, 6, 7,
That sounds really
now
good.
The tires got the heat in them, and the handling starts to step.
And I'm
in,
not having to
that's
hold a
when things change
microphone.
Another step.
Whoa. 0-2 of Jesse Little jumping to the outside.
Jesse Little goes 3 wide, gets out of line, dropping to the back. They're not that racy right now. They're 2x2. There's not a lot of big shoves going on, except Nemechek keeping Majeski in the lead.
It's just the handling, the turbulence of the air off the other trucks just upsets your truck and makes it more difficult to make a smooth lap.
It's like a bad seat at a stadium. It's like nosebleed back there. You just don't want to be there.
Oh yeah, Thad Moffat's in the 43. Thad Moffat is about as useless as a cock-flavored lollipop, but his paint scheme looks really cool.
Like he wants to bend, so he decided it was time to bail out, find the bottom, and try to ride to when the stage ends.
Early laps.
We have stupidly short stages in the truck series, as you can see.
20 laps.
It's like an old Busch Clash. 20 laps.
I'm also impressed with how these trucks are driving.
I thought you could leave the Clash at Daytona if you just shortened it to like 50 laps. Because it was 75 and it was like a little too long. 20 laps is too short like the old school Clash, but I thought 50 laps at Daytona would have been a good Busch Clash.
Deegan moving up, and Deegan started 26th and is running up around the top 10 now, running 11th.
See Zane Smith in the 38 this year.
Well, Jesse Little was
He is in the top 10 right now.
Close enough. He said every time he would push up to the back of that package, he just couldn't suck into it.
So Jesse Little's looking a lot like Kevin Harvick last night. Couldn't stay hooked on with anybody. That's a real bad problem in Cup right now. If your car can't stay hooked on, you're absolutely just shit canned. Because it's easier to lose the draft than ever, even with a good car.
It is a long race, and you need to exercise patience, especially if you don't feel like you're making
Trucks, though, the trucks punch a big hole in the air, so it shouldn't be that big of a
You
deal.
don't feel like that you're going to be able to make any progress. Drop back, think about your truck, think about adjustments, and then go at them later.
Yeah, as far as stages, you know, you're looking for.
Chris, I'm with the Boomers on that, too. Although the Boomers wouldn't like stages at all. I don't mind the bonus points. I just wouldn't throw the cautions. So there, I agree with them on that.
Almost halfway through stage 1 here at
Majeski, Anchor, Nemechek, Chandler Smith, Corey Haim, the top 5. We're coming up on 8 laps in, and absolutely nothing has happened, but that's okay, because it's trucks. The less that happens right now, the better. Every commercial break, I'm going to look over and want to try this, because I felt like I figured out how to drive that loose car. You still got it on limited, or did you turn it back to full?
Nah, I had to turn it back off.
You saw I found a way to like catch that car in the middle of the corner just right and get it to turn. That felt good. I love a loose car, dude. I can handle a loose car. It's them tight pieces of shit like that drive me crazy. I did like 2 laps at Martinsville earlier in this game and was like, fuck this. That's right. Today we're playing NASCAR Thunder 2003. Damn, Dylan, you actually going to beat it this time, I think. Stay in his draft. Oh, you're going to the inside now. You're doing the Keselowski on him. You don't want to wait.
And that right there,
You got tight.
That's what got Mark Martin in front of us every time.
That car just gets tight in the middle of 3 and 4. I want to hear all the sounds. I'm testing my audio again. Yeah, you can hear Dylan. Dylan, you're like a star now. They can finally hear you better. Maybe I will stream this way from now on.
He crossed me back over.
It's one less thing to set up when I'm streaming. Don't let Mark Martin get down there. He's got to run, Dylan. Oh, Dylan clears Mark Martin. He's going to win the 2001 Coca-Cola 600.
God almighty.
Tony Stewart finished 4th in the Indy 500 and comes to Charlotte and wins the Coke 600.
Look at Jeff and Mark.
In the NASCAR multiverse, Tony Stewart just won the 2001 Coke 600.
Oh.
Unlike Tiny Lund and James Finch. Who was James Finch the car owner of for their first ever Cup Series win?
Richard Petty. Kurt Busch.
He's still active. I'll give you a hint. The driver that James Finch won with in Cup is still active.
Kevin Harvick.
Nope.
Wait, you said a Cup race?
Cup race.
Won a
Thanks
Cup.
for being with us.
Yeah.
Aerial coverage provided
Still
by
racing.
Goodyear.
Still
in the
active.
Cup.
You for
Yep.
every mile on the road to greatness.
Yes.
Goodyear. More
There you go, Dylan. You win.
How cool is it seeing the Goodyear blimp
Just
floating
guessing.
around a major sporting event?
What year?
You know you're at a big event when the
2009.
is here. Yeah, indeed. There's Stuart Friesen. I'm going to look at Friesen in blue 52. He
11 laps in. We're halfway through stage 1. Majeski, Nemechek, Chandler Smith. The whole field still 2x2 up front.
Let's see. He drops down. Oh, a little too low.
Friesen hit the apron. Almost caused a big one off of 4 during the commercial.
Oh, yeah, out of control. But if anybody can hang on to a loose truck, it's Stuart Friesen. He's a dirt racer from the Northeast and is talented behind the wheel.
Now they've dropped to 2x2 from about 5th on back. This top 5 is starting to pull away single file.
Let him settle back in, and that's when you have a veteran behind you. Those things will happen.
I'm watching the leaderboard as much as I am the trucks, trying to learn everybody's new rides and new numbers.
The racing isn't just here at Daytona and the racetrack, DIS. It's everywhere around the area. Just about any type of race you like.
And as usual in the trucks, coming to 3 to go in the stage, expect a bunch of trucks to pull off and pit and wreck each other. You guys want to see it? You're going to see a wreck for green flag pit stops here in about 5 laps. I don't know. They're starting to get single file, so they're probably setting up pretty good to get to pit road easy. But somebody always charges in and arca breaks that pit entry and causes problems.
Around lap 10 or so. And the aggressiveness that you used to push with on the stickers or the better tires.
Man, the porn bots love this channel. The least you porn bots could do is subscribe so I can stream from the racetrack this year.
And now it's going to be reset, and then we've only got 8 to go for this first stage.
Yeah, we got 8 to go, and then when that stage ends,
The road to 1,000's taking a little longer than I would like.
if you're handling like Stuart Friesen, I certainly think you need some tires.
Ooh, they big stack up off of 4 there. That looked like NASCAR Thunder when they come off of 4 and all stack up against the outside wall. Been playing that game way too much lately.
This season, but getting an opportunity to run the truck here tonight and might run another few races for the Camping World Truck Series during the course of this campaign. Interesting, he'll be teammates with Sheldon Creed at RCR in the Xfinity Series, and for so long those two were rivals here in the trucks.
All right, these guys are all stepping in the single file line, and it's almost like you're hanging out watching the race with
Got about 10 or 12 trucks single file on the bottom.
Put something down, a pretzel or a potato
More than that,
chip.
really, now. The whole field's single file, the whole lead pack.
See who's going to jump out first.
Teammates there in those gray trucks.
Except Deegan and Eckes.
In one of those machines, a 98 next to him
I don't know how I
is Tristan
survived that.
Eckes. If you see Eckes
I got turned by
slipping back.
Bobby and Tony Stewart.
Well, you've had plenty of practice driving Charlotte now, so you should be pretty
Yeah,
good.
that's the All-Star race.
Yeah.
See how this shakes out.
Going to break, but you won't miss a thing.
We're going to break with fucking 5 to go in the
See if you
stage.
can see the last lap
Yes, they're going side by side, but
when we come to the flag. Not right here. It's where I made the pass.
sorry about the coughing. I just ate.
Made the pass for the lead. Now here should be coming to the right here, yeah. Well, we had a down.
That was a shitty
pack.
camera
Look at
angle.
this. Look at this pack.
Ooh!
Oh, it's only camera.
If I'm Bobby Labonte, I'm fighting you
Dude,
after
I
the
don't know
race.
how I know.
Dylan just killed Bobby Labonte.
What?
Jeff Burton's Busch Series car. 5 to go in the stage. There'll be some trucks pit with 3 to go.
Already?
Oh yeah, they're only 20 lap stages. 20, 20, and then 60 to the end. So you have two old school Busch clashes and a dual race. 2 20 lap segments and then the last 60 laps. there's the snake. Look at that snake. And there's another snake. God, they're multiplying.
There's my...
It's a worm. The field is a worm. They've bifurcated into two snakes.
This one's just for you, Dale. It's another Charlotte one, but this one.
Oh, Chris, not John Sanservino, that fucking weird dude on Facebook who's always like, Chase Elliott's going to win because I said so. Or whatever. He used to do that with like Dale Jr. I'd get on there and see him all the time. I like how some NASCAR fans on Facebook are just so famous for being stupid.
For you, Dale.
Oh, that's the 02 All-Star. You going to let Junior win? He's playing as Ryan Newman in the 02 All-Star race, trying to hold off Junior.
Tight-ass car.
The way that car felt loose in that last one I did, I kind of want to play that game a lot now because I liked how loose it felt. One day we need to get Jason Jacoby, if he ever gets out of prison, and John Sanservino, or whatever his name is, into the chat here on my stream. Yeah, I'm in the ship posting group too, Chris. I never really post there. But I'm definitely a big admirer of everybody who does. We hit 3 to go and nobody came to pit road. Or are they going to take a chance and do it off of 4 before the leader gets to the start-finish line? Let's listen and find out. Excuse me. 18 dipping below the yellow line, pulls back in into third.
Right behind Smith is another one of the Kyle Busch Motorsports trucks, that 51 truck with the orange and white UBL on the front hood, and Corey Hines.
Here we come off of 4. Here comes the Big Rick going to pit road. Guys, are you ready? Nope, nobody did. I'm so shocked that nobody did the strategy where they pit with like 3 or 4 to go.
That JBL Toyota has been bobbing and weaving. These guys have their hands full. It's going to be really interesting to see what they do when we come to pit road. I think they're going to want 4 tires.
I need to make me a hot chick account and scam some fucker like that for money, Chris.
And you remember that he made this switch to join.
It's like, here's my Cash App. Oh, Dylan, if you hit Junior like that, I'd be fighting you.
He was controlling that upper lane. He said, trust me on this. I need you to fall to the bottom.
There was Thad Moffitt getting lapped. Boy, trucks ain't a big step up from ARCA, but it's a step up from ARCA. And John Hunter to the outside of Majeski with all of his teammates and Friesen. Nemechek takes the lead coming to 1 to go, but we're not going to talk about or show that. We're going to look at Matt Crafton running 21st with Parker Kligerman as Nemechek took the lead coming to 1 to go in the stage. The 3 KBM trucks just drove right around Majeski.
Chandler Smith and Heim, they're all going to go wherever.
Is Majeski full-time this year? I don't think he is.
See ya, bye, 66.
Yeah, Kurt Busch just hit him with the Cricket Wireless.
Bye. And they're going to stay disciplined. I bet those front 3 stay in line.
Well, let's be real. Chandler Smith ain't ever going to fucking win a championship in trucks as long as Nemechek's running. So he might as well just give the playoff point and stage win to Nemechek. Oh! What the fuck was that? How do you get that sideways by yourself? It's Daytona. Tate Fogelman. Talladega winner Tate Fogelman. Nemechek wins stage 1. Nemechek, Chandler Smith, Friesen, Corey Heim, and Enfinger. Zane Smith, Ty Majeski, Tanner Gray, Holmes, and Tyler Ankrum.
Thinks he's got a flat tire, but that thing just jumped him. What a save!
Nothing happened on stage 1, but that's okay.
I thought he was going into the wall, but that was like, you know who was surprised by that stage win for John Hunter?
Oh, Junior's going up.
He had that race under control. He thought
Can I try?
Teamed up on it.
This
Lead away.
I'm going to try this lightning challenge. First thing I'm going to do,
it's just 5 laps. I can't.
You're going to have to put your assist back when I'm done.
I can't. That is a great save.
Can't do 5 laps.
During stage breaks and cautions and commercials, I'm going to try to sneak in a lightning challenge attempt because they're usually only like 4 laps at most.
On board with Riley Herbst. What he see? That is sideways. Whoa.
That was a save. I don't know how he.
So the 30 apparently had a flat or something. That's what he said. I was wondering how you got that sideways.
The first stage led 18 laps, but John Hunter Nemechek ended up a little.
Hold up, I got to mute because I got to hold off Junebug for how long? 5 laps in the All-Star race in 2002.
Watch, the 97 is the Mark Martin in this one.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, God. It just didn't turn. Now it wants to turn. Hey, Dylan, it won't turn. Now it's turning.
You got plenty of time.
Yeah, Junior immediately passed me because the car just didn't turn in the middle of 3.
You're just letting him win.
Yeah.
You want him to relive it and have the win when he should have wrecked Newman.
Get off my dick, Matt Kenseth. Oh.
I don't know how you can do
Sneaks
that.
up on me.
I don't know how you can do that.
If I hold it
Kyle,
steady,
that's
though,
like
I'm fast.
Kyle Larson driving at fucking Darlington.
Oh, God, it's still tighter than fucking horse shit. Whatever that means. I just don't have the speed to catch Junior. He does have fresher tires if they totally went realistic on it. Remember, he had like way fresher tires than Newman. It's like I get back to him and I'm going to lose it in 3. God, 5 laps seems like it takes for fucking ever during this.
Yes.
Off my dick, Junebug. Or just fucking...
And here comes the 97 and fly right. Nope. Oh, we all got held up. You got lucky.
Yeah, I got lucky there. Now I just need to hold a steady wheel, which is going to be really tough.
That 97 will be on your ass in half a lap.
3 to go. I got underneath old Junebug and got loose. I got sideways. Car handles great in 1 and 2. I don't know how to describe what it's doing in 3 and 4. Not bad that time, but still not fast.
Yep, there that 97 is.
It handled fine, but it's not that fast. And we're coming to 2 fucking laps to go, and Kurt Busch is going to blow by my ass.
I knew it'd only take him a lap, a second.
He got held up for a minute. 1 and 2, I'm perfectly fine. 3 and 4 is a fucking nightmare. Of course, I was really loose off of 2 that time.
Oof.
Bitch line. I'm driving like a bitch into turn 3. And I still couldn't keep him behind me.
Oh.
Ow. Son of a bitch.
No.
Guys, I got loose and turned sideways, and because my 4 wheels went on the apron, it said, "Oh, you're disqualified. You left the racing." Keep in mind, we're racing at Charlotte, and it's going to DQ you if you're going below the line just because I got sideways.
Oh, I got to find another one.
Game's fucking hard. And yeah, Matt DiBenedetto, I forgot he was in this race because conspicuous by his absence, he's not even in like the top 20. He was not in the lead pack.
2022 NASCAR season.
So you mean the Biff's already better?
Yeah.
This year?
Greg Biffle did more in a dual race than Matt DiBenedetto did all last year in the Cup Series.
From the front row, practice today.
Greg Biffle in a turd car.
Single file
Daytona 500 winner. That's
I bet Bristol's going to be a pleasure.
this weekend.
Tires worn and limited.
Oh.
What'd you think about your car, the dual kart? Did you have fun? It wasn't too bad. It's a different type of draft. The side draft isn't as effective, but
So Kurt Busch just said the big difference in the Cup car, the reason why the racing was the way it was, that the side draft is not as effective as it was with the old cars. That is interesting. Those old cars were crippled by side draft. If you side drafted somebody, you just drag them down.
We saw Ty slip up and didn't realize
You can just cling to that bottom line. They can't pass you on the outside of Bristol.
He held it.
Old school Daytona where you could get the leader loose by getting right in there arrow-wise. But yeah, there was contact, and Hunter hit it just right. Moving out of the way, and teammates rolled with him.
Awaiting our first round of pit stops. Going to see a lot of gas and go here, I would
I
imagine.
don't know, Vince. Those trucks look evil to me. I want some tires if I'm the driver.
Crew chief says fuel only, buddy. See ya.
That's why you guys are highly skilled. You can handle those vehicles.
Don't let Jimmy Spencer beat Kurt Busch at Bristol in 2002. There you go, bump and run.
Certainly some
Good move. There's Junior who led the most laps that day.
Nemechek getting gas only. Josh.
Gas only for the KBM trucks. And Corey Yam just got spun around on pit road. He's parked sideways. We got one truck stopped on pit road looking for his pit box, I think.
Okay, Junior won, but I ain't.
I think Nemechek won the race off pit road.
Also, Just Fuel saying he feels like the front end is pinned down, the rear is too loose. It didn't stop him from winning that first stage, so he's happy with what he's got for now. Jamie?
Another one we saw take fuel only was Grant Enfinger. He said he was loose on entry and it was a handful on exit, so his crew chief Charles and Knight decided to go down on the track bar 3 turns in order to do that.
Nemechek, Friesen, Chandler Smith, Tom Majeski, Tanner Gray. Derek Kraus up to 6th. He gained 8 spots. A lot of no tire stops, a lot of gas only there. But a lot of trucks gained a bunch of spots, like Hill's in the top 10.
That being up front was way more important.
And how about Corey Heim in the 51 for Kyle Busch Motorsports?
Who got into Corey Heim?
In fact, I think ends up having a little bit of contact maybe with the 40 of Dean Thompson.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Ooh, damn. That's a hard hit for being on pit road.
That's what you have when you have differing strategies. Guys that are just gassing and going.
Oh, yeah, look at that truck. 51's tore up bad. I think the other truck he hits probably got something knocked out of the toe. As hard as he hit his right front.
We've been side by side for 2 laps.
Don't let Ricky Rudd beat you. Oh, he's got you on the outside. Are you sure you're a professed spotter's funny in NASCAR Thunder? Is there a corner where it handles better? Crossover, crossover, crossover. Bump and run. There you go. Run a conservative line here to hold the bottom in 3 and 4.
Oh my God, I just lost it.
Came off of 2 and lost. There you go. Hold the bottom. Hold the bottom. You good. Checkered flag.
Well, we both had our spots.
And this time in the NASCAR multiverse, instead of just pissing off Jimmy Spencer, Kurt Busch pissed off Ricky Rudd as well. That was a good race that day. The 02 Food City 500. We're taking a trip into the NASCAR multiverse. I like how NASCAR Thunder 2003 only has like 5 songs on the soundtrack. It's got Magic Carpet Ride, Get Out of My Dreams and Into My Car, Going Around in Circles Again. God, it might only have like 4 songs. Atlanta. Oh, dude, Atlanta with limited assist. You're going to fucking lose it. I have to turn that assist back on.
Andy. Casey Atwood.
Hey, kids, remember Casey Atwood? Another in the long line of next Jeff Gordons right there with fucking Kenny Irwin and Elliott Sadler. And Jerry Nadeau and Steve Park.
There's you one.
Man, these games just have such effort put into them. They got the fucking MRN audio. I'm so OCD. Every time there's a quiet moment, I keep checking to hear how I sound.
Donald Trump. That's what you sound like.
I've got a Casey Atwood Busch Series diecast in there that's hard to find now. It's the 20. It's that fucking Castrol car that he drove.
Presented by Blue Emu.
Blue Emu.
With us tonight, along with Michael Waltrip, Kurt Busch,
well, they did a good job fixing that 51. As long as the steering's straight, he might be okay if he can stay in the draft.
With Dean Thompson, only a handful of starts combined for those two guys. How much does inexperience play?
Matt been a dickhead, you mean?
A little bit. I mean, it's the first pit stop of the year, but at super speedway races,
how's it handle at Homestead?
At the same time, and guys are doing fuel.
This one's the one where I'm like, all right,
a large percentage chance that you're going to find trouble when you pull back out.
Limited assist.
That's a tough lesson learned, and hopefully there's not too much damage on the.
Just a bad angle.
Sure
this game is so much about how you enter the corner, like what line you're taking.
So it's just circumstances that happens when you have gas and goes in a big.
Are you ready for stage 2?
It's a shame. I mean, you can't predict everything, and a crew chief.
Ain't nobody tore anything up yet except the 51 on pit road, but even he's still running. So.
And that's a tough mistake.
John Hunter Nemechek and Stuart Friesen will restart on the front row.
Flat Homestead.
Stage 1 winner. Ty Majeski led the majority.
And Jeff Burton and Sterling Marlin are on the back bumper of Casey Atwood.
But in the last couple of laps before
Doing what he doing in real life.
My mom's first driver was Davey Allison.
Nice, it was really exciting for Majeski. One truck I watched.
Now we got a race for the championship.
I never thought my dad would make a joke like this, because he's not like this. He's not like a shit poster or anything. He's nothing like us in the NASCAR shit poster group. He was watching me play GTA once, and I was flying a helicopter, and I hit another helicopter. And my dad looks at me with a straight face and goes, "Goddamn kid, you fly a helicopter worse than Davey Allison." I was like, fuck. I couldn't believe my dad actually said that.
Listen to his spotter, TJ Bell, and a guide roads through this race.
I love that 2002 Michael Waltrip paint scheme. I got that die cast in the other room. It's either I think it's an 01 Michael Waltrip. It was the same paint scheme. Stage 2, Nemechek, Friesen, Chandler Smith, Majeski, and Tanner Gray. Neither one of my picks have shown a lot tonight, but Sauter's a pretty good super speedway guy. He's probably just trying to survive to the end. Rush Limbaugh's been sober for a year. I can't wait till Donald Trump dies so I can say, look, he hasn't pissed anybody off since however long he's been dead.
Listen to Rhodes work that gas too.
A lot going on, race fans. You got to digest all that information from your spotter. Goes in one ear and out.
Field's going to be 2x2 for half the stage and then string out again, all right?
Applying the wheel, the brakes, the gas, going through the gears. That's just a simple restart at Daytona.
And that's the way it's going to be for 250 miles, Vince. Is that much information is going to be flowed from the spotter stand down to that truck. And he's charged from 27th starting position into the top 10. So they're working well together. TJ Bell knows how to get it done up on the roof. And when I say up on the roof, they're a long way away from where these trucks are.
You need binoculars to see them cars on the back stretch. That's crazy. That's what Michael's about to say next.
Now, they should have binoculars that just strap around your head. And
Well, Kurt Busch beat me to the binoculars, Joe.
And then you can have a button that would zoom back out for the front straightaway. The spotters have so
Well, he beat Michael to it. Oh, look, the stripper dude's back.
They can almost drive the truck from up there.
So many of these spotters will work all 3 races this weekend.
And Kurt, I want you to look at that. If that's going to make you nervous for Sunday, that's how far he is away when he's telling you everything you got to do.
I ain't listening to you right now, Mike. I got a good guy. I got Jason Jarrett family, his dad and grandfather.
Yeah, shout out to my sponsor there.
Our first Daytona 500.
Making another appearance.
Jason's on the 30 truck tonight. That's Tate Fogelman's truck.
And the field's 2x2 behind the leader. Here comes Friesen. Run from the outside. But Chandler Smith to the back bumper of Nemechek. Just as Majeski almost gets to the bumper of the 52. Oh, man, Nemechek got really loose there. They didn't even talk about how he bobbled.
White, black, and yellow. Third truck on the inside.
Thought that was going to be enough to get Friesen the lead, but he gathered it back up, and they're still side by side.
Up now around the top 5.
Nemechek still leads the slap.
Still seeing a lot of Toyotas up front, just saying.
3 of those are KBM trucks.
I like going to them Amish strip clubs where they just wear their clothes and everything.
I'll tell you, Majeski's going to be pushing.
Oh, Majeski got Friesen sideways.
He's going to be pushing hard. He's got a good truck.
Oh, but I thought these trucks were stable. He almost got him again.
This ain't
Majeski got to the back bumper of Friesen off of 2, and Friesen said, it's free. It's like, yeah, the 66 is getting you sideways. Big push. Friesen takes the lead. Clear Nemechek. Get in front of Nemechek. Don't let Majeski keep pushing you. And now Majeski's going to take the lead himself. With Derek Kraus, who's never seen a wreck that he didn't want to be a part of in the Truck Series. Friesen's going to lead this lap.
Bumpers. They can't do
No, you can't lock bumpers, but you can nudge.
Nemechek's locking bumpers.
David Hoots used to say, I want to see daylight between them cars. Meanwhile, in the Xfinity Series, Joey Logano would lock bumpers constantly and never get black flag.
This would normally be happening if we didn't.
Because we need them cup drivers to fill them seats.
You know what gets me, Vince? Usually you think you're in the lead, you're safe. Not in the Truck Series. You get in the lead, you better be.
Oh, it's going to be a shit show. If not in this stage, sometime tonight. These fuckers.
2 up front right there. Literally.
Stage 1 only didn't get shitty because you had 3 teammates lined up nose to tail past one truck to get in front for the stage win. Now you've got a bunch of guys up here. Not a lot of teammate alliances. Oh my God, Kraus and Majeski in that high line. Pushing through the tri-oval. And they're going to go to a commercial? Better be side by side.
Now, third different driver to lead tonight. Can he stay out front at Daytona?
Wow, they're going to a full screen commercial. That's nice. I'm going to do me a lightning challenge.
Do Miami. As a dream. That car runs like a fucking dream.
Is the assist still unlimited?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try to get Casey Atwood a cup win. I give Joe Logano credit. He said he was disappointed in himself and he made a dumb mistake last night. Like, well, as long as you learn from it.
Yeah.
Well, can he learn from it?
Everybody in the world knew he done.
How many more times do you have to end up upside down or head on in the wall at a super speedway to realize maybe I'm the fucking problem?
I'm surprised he didn't say anything about safety, now that I think about it.
The car held up pretty good.
Yeah.
I like the way that new car looked after that crash. Oh, God.
Yeah, don't send it.
I didn't. I lifted and the damn thing just didn't turn at all. Sure, it's unlimited. That felt pretty fucking...
You can try it. It should be.
That didn't feel like limited. Oh, it is. Oh, damn, car's just a top piece of shit, I guess. Back my corner entry way up, and that fucker will still get tight. Oh, it feels really good in 1 and 2. Oh, now it's getting tight. Now it's just going straight to the wall, and I can't do nothing with it. Get off me, Bill. I know you ain't won a race since like 1994 at this point in the timeline, but they're going to pass me on the outside. I do not care. It's so tight. And then you think, all right, I'm going to make the corner now. Then it just gets tight again. Sorry. I forgot there's no enemies in this game, so I don't even care who I run into. I just got to stay with them and be able to pass them on the last corner of the last lap. Shut up, Ozzy. I'll let you out in a minute. Look how early I back it down and the fucker still gets tight.
You gotta get to run, though.
Yeah. Because I can get back in the gas earlier. Oh, that was good. That was a good corner. I can't run a consistent lap, though. God damn it. And here's where we fall apart. Just turn 3.
The silver bullet.
Sterling Marlin, please don't Dale me. I want to get close to getting an off-track penalty as low as I want to run. Okay, I put together a good lap that time. Trouble is, there's still like 3 to go.
Yeah, 0.6 quicker than your last one.
Back up that corner entry is all I can tell you. Then use the brake here and there so you don't get too tight. I don't care if they get a run to my outside. They ain't going to pass me. Hold on, race is back on. I got to turn the audio back on.
Aerial coverage tonight provided by
God damn it. They're 2 by 2. I will continue this lightning challenge after they go to another commercial.
19 or the 16
I'm glad we got back when we did, Vince.
Yeah.
They're trying to wreck. Ty Majeski has gone.
Nah, they didn't pit. It's just
front. Well, and now Derek Krause.
Derek Krause led that lap side by side with Ankrum. We've hit 5 to go in stage 2.
He about wrecked off turn 2, went all the way down off the racetrack.
Damn, this fucker has a bunch of accounts.
When they catch Corey Heim, he's a lap truck to go 3 wide around Heim. You can see Friesen does an amazing job hanging on, and then bails out about 300 yards later. He says, "Look, you know what? I'm not that good right now. There you guys go on ahead." That's a veteran move of knowing that your handling is that bad. Bail out.
As soon as this stage ends, I'm going to finish this lightning challenge. I was on a roll there putting together good laps.
We're going to be done. We'll do it down the back trail if you want. Just get to the left and I'll let the forward know you're going to the left.
Why not just pit now, Friesen? Pit with like 3 to go, and then you'll jump in front of everybody for the start of stage 3.
That was synchronized driving right there. They were all able to get around the 51 who had those issues.
Well, they didn't leave the pack.
How about these front 3 with Tyler Ankrum,
I see you,
Derek
Ozzy.
Krause, and Ty Majeski?
Let him out of here before he has a stroke.
We didn't call their name from the front of the field very often last year, that's for sure. In fact, Majeski had never led a lap until tonight.
I love it. They're setting the tone, pushing hard, and let's look at 15 truck of Gray.
Oh, we got a move being made here. Nemechek to the outside of Majeski for 3rd. Chandler Smith goes with him. And they got a line behind them. Rhodes and Eckes. The top line's going to have a big run here this coming lap, because look how far ahead the front 2 trucks got and how well formed these top 4 trucks are on the outside line. 3 to go in the stage.
He has a lot to learn. The biggest thing that he needs, though, is the respect of the rest of the field. That is their biggest goal for the early stage of this season. He said, if we can
They might wreck for this stage win.
that respect is going to come. Last
But the 18 and the 4 are doing a good job of working together tonight.
So he's got a lot of improvement that he can make there. He's along for the ride.
Woohoo! Kraus almost turned Ankrum off of 2, and that's going to get Nemechek the lead with ease. The 18 and the 4 can pull down and clear that bottom line if they wanted. They stay high with the 98.
And if somebody's right there stacked up, you're going to get spun.
Too many trucks have almost gotten turned sideways for this to not end poorly sometime tonight.
Freezing. A guy that can hang on to anything in the whole world, he said, it ain't for me right now. Wow, he actually didn't get hit.
Two to go in the stage.
That's why because he's leaving that low lane, and this truck just steps out.
I just want to see him lose it right there.
I need a big wreck to get Sauter and Parker in this.
Nemechek and Chandler Smith and Eckes took advantage of it by getting around Ankrum on the outside.
The choo-choo train on the outside definitely has the edge now. Crafton in the top 5 now.
And Matt Crafton just behind him, 5th in line on the outside.
And one thing that happens late in this stage is guys did fuel only, handling's really come into play. That's why you're seeing the outside groove roll now, because it's a bit more generous to the truck and doesn't demand as much for handling on the high side.
Yeah, those that did fuel only, they'll love to get those 4 fresh ones on during this pit stop coming up in a couple of
1 to go in the stage. I bet them ThorSport trucks make a move. Oh, we got a slow one down the back, I think. That might bring out a caution.
Issue in dragging.
Left front flat on the 40.
Some damage there. Must have
He's off the track in turn 3. No caution yet. If they don't see debris, they won't throw a yellow.
Green's still out.
Guys, they're leaving it green. They're letting them run.
Let them race.
Hard rock. I love it.
Hard rock.
Final lap of stage 2 is time.
I like how we can't see what they're doing. I mean, I know they were single file. There you go. Here come the ThorSport trucks. Well, 2 of them anyway. Rhodes and Crafton. Tandem. Nemechek takes a risk, pulls up to block, but can't get there. Rhodes is going to come around here. Although he's separated from Crafton, it's going to be a drag race. Who's the side draft going to benefit here with the line? Nemechek wins stage 2.
Oh, the lap car right there.
What action we saw there.
When Crafton got separated from Rhodes, I had a good feeling that Nemechek was going to edge him out. And NASCAR let them race. Why can't they do that on the last lap if there's a race?
The 43 up front.
That 43 looks good in front of the lead pack at Daytona, even if he has a lap down. All right, now that I've had a minute to forget how to drive in this fucking game, let me go back and see if I can finish this off.
Come on, Mr. Atwood.
God, I'm fucking just backing up that corner entry. Well, you really do have to be super conservative. Come to 2 to go. I'm doing a good job. Is that
That
Harvick?
is a pack on you.
God damn, I'm like a speed bump. I got like 8 cars lined up behind me. This looks like fucking
You look like Bubba leading.
Talladega. But I'm at Homestead. Flat Homestead, not even the banked Homestead. This is old Homestead.
That's like 8 cars within a quarter of a second of each other.
Harvick. Casey Atwood's the only rookie that's going to win this race. Like how I think my corner entry keeps getting backed up more and more every lap. Because Sterling gets run to my outside, but I can gas it back up through the center off and just hold him off.
Ooh.
White flag. I am in the lead. I'm going to choke it.
Throw a blanket over the top 5.
My God, this racing. Uh-oh.
He's got him.
This is the 8-wide racing we love to see. Sterling's to the outside of Atwood down the back.
God, if they race like this at Miami, dude. That track would have 2 races.
Trying to trick me into driving harder in the corner. Uh-oh, I got loose on the entry.
Oh.
Fuck you, Harvick. Oh, God.
Oh.
Told you I'd choke it. I don't think so, bitch. I win.
Yes.
I door slammed Harvick, not hard. I door slammed Harvick a little bit, and then I pulled up and bumped Marlin, and we were 3 wide going to start finish, and I won. So in the NASCAR multiverse, Casey Atwood won at Homestead in 2001.
No.
God, what happened? That car got so tight in 3 on the last lap.
Okay, I can bring you something.
Motherfucker.
Okay. Love
How did so many cars end up on top of me?
Oh my god.
Harvick made me take a bad line in the corner. That's what almost fucked me here. I saw Harvick coming and I took a bad line, but I had no choice. I had a shitty angle.
Oh, look at that. Y'all were almost 4 wide at the line. The 3 wide for second.
I want to see that again. There's the finish. We had a Daytona pack on flat
3
Homestead.
wide for second.
I unlocked Alan Kulwicki.
In the non-Hooters paint.
Can't say shit to him. He wasn't flying that plane, but Davey Allison was flying his helicopter. Alan Kulwicki was Kobe Bryant before Kobe Bryant was Kobe. Oh, I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell.
I thought we were already there.
Nah, hell was watching the Cup Series in 2015 and 2019.
Oh,
so
no,
if I can handle
football made me
that.
feel like I was in heaven this year. Not as a Steelers.
Are you ready for the beef? It's What's for Dinner 300 tomorrow at 5 o'clock? When Landon Castle gets his first career Xfinity win and me and Michael make a bunch of money off of it.
2 stages here in the Camping World Truck Series, and you see the
Nemechek has swept the stages.
John Hunter Nemechek has won both stages.
Can he win the race?
Chandler Smith second in line in the points total so far tonight.
KBM thrashing right there for stage points.
And Chandler Smith has 17 stage points, so he's got the second most tonight.
Outside the top 25.
A lot of different cars in the top 10 in each stage, different trucks. Excuse me. Oh boy, we're back to Martinsville, are we?
Kurt, I saw Kyle down.
You got to lift at like the start-finish line at
Most
Martinsville.
expensive day of the year.
Or get wrecked by Jeff Gordon out of turn 2.
He's going to spend some money tonight repairing some.
That dirty bastard Jeff Gordon.
Bush sarcasm at its finest. Yes, restricted plate racing.
I like how I was putting together smooth laps at Homestead, but the whole field was just slowly creeping up on me.
Hated plate racing because you prepare these cars, send them to the wind tunnel, and do all this work, and then they can just be ripped apart in seconds.
So far, so good, though, bud.
As Kyle Busch said, it's the most expensive day of the year. Trucks at Daytona, but nobody's wrecked yet.
Piled up a bunch of trucks, but so far we've been able to keep them mostly clean.
Yeah, only 2 trucks have suffered any significant damage. Dean Smith and Corey Heim got together on pit road. Here comes
You'll have to pit one more time after this. This is not final pit stops. Probably split the last stage in half. Everybody out here still running has a chance to win. Because you never know when there's going to be a 20-truck pile-up.
In the Ford truck on the left middle of your screen. Now he has won both stages of this race. He said he's just a little too tight. He's been trying to drag to the backup with Chandler Smith, but either way, he's been running very well here. Jamie?
Feel
Christian
better?
Eckes, I love the communication between he and his crew chief, Jarrett. Jarrett said, is there anything we can do to help you?
32 is around in the middle of pit road. Look out.
They're giving him 4 new tires. They got a fresh tear off on there. Send him out on his way. He was a little upset with his teammate, though.
Fuck is this 32 doing?
I'm gonna watch for them in this final stage.
32's left front tire's not on. You see how it wasn't spinning?
I think he's got something going on the
His left front tire's not connected.
Got hung up between the wheel and the rotor. Watch him, he's accelerating out. This thing just snaps around.
Hey, they don't drive too good without a left front wheel. Way to go, Dylan.
If you wonder how much power these trucks have, you can just spin them right around if you aren't careful.
Body slam.
Yeah, look, I think the left front's locked up, but oh well.
Both trips down pit road tonight, we've had issues. Gonna have to do it again in stage 3.
Chad Chafin.
Chad Chaffin.
Are you chafing?
Are you? I was about to say the same damn thing. Is he chafing?
Oh,
Tim
boy.
Sauter.
I think I got a Tim Sauter diecast. A little one. Pretty sure.
Well, I was glad I won that Homestead challenge.
You want to try one of the other All-Star ones we got left?
Maybe when we have another stage break.
There's only one more, right? 60 to go.
Oh, wait. Well, maybe when there's a long red flag for
When
this
we
big
get the
wreck
big
here.
caution, yeah.
When we get the big wreck and the long caution or red flag.
Oh, I was like, Pennsylvania. What?
Pennsylvania 500. Yes, Jerry Nadeau won a cup race, and I think Jerry was
Can
actually
you
a good driver.
conserve fuel or increase your lead enough so that he gets the win?
Jerry Nadeau should have been. He's another one that was better than a lot of people realize. I'm going to have to go back and watch a lot of this stream to see how I like it. If I'm going to stop using the microphone and just use the laptop mug. Let off. Coast. Coast, coast, coast. You know how to save gas. Four to go, Dylan. You got a big lead, too. Well, maybe not as big as I thought. You're going to have Booby La Bonnie breathing down your neck here before long, but in the meantime, we're going to save gas like a motherfucker. I know you're driving slow, but how's the car feel?
Perfect.
I like Atlanta. Atlanta and like every NASCAR game was awesome.
That was my fault.
What? Dropped to fourth place out of contention.
Dropped to fourth. Vickers, you're fired. Or no, Nadeau.
Matt to been a dumbass is in the top 10 after some pit strategy.
So I wonder, this was pit strategy. I wonder if I just dog the shit out of this car.
Jerry Nadeau from Danbury, Connecticut. I've been to Danbury. Ain't shit there. It's like a golf course. I think Happy Gilmore won a tournament there or something. Based on a true story.
Is Daytona.
Daytona!
Live here this weekend with sold out infield, camping sold out, grandstand sold out for the Daytona 500 on Sunday. And we're having a blast here this weekend. This track just always provides great racing. We're seeing it tonight here in the Camping World Truck Series.
That's Zane Smith
Talked about he hasn't ever won here at
and
Daytona.
Colby Howard on the front row.
Flipped on his roof a couple years ago.
Nemechek and Crafton in the second row. Kraus and my pick, Parker Kligerman. Showing his face here for the start of stage 3.
The front like that in the first half of the race, he's going to be a factor.
Ty Majeski there in that 66 has led the most laps tonight, 21 laps, started from the pole, but he's been having some problems of late.
Think you saved enough?
Crew Chief Joe Shear Jr. working with Majeski this year, and if you follow this series at all, you know that Joe Shear has worked with Johnny Sauter throughout Johnny's career and has been on the box for 2 of Johnny's 3 wins here at Daytona. So a nice luxury for Ty Majeski to have Joe Shear Jr. on the box, and they have run well tonight up until this issue. And gotta say, as his truck went by last time around, didn't sound completely healthy either.
That's a shame, the run that he's given that thing.
Hey, by the way, 3 penalties during that round of pit stops. The 33 of Jason White.
I think Parker's part-time.
17 of Riley Hurst, an uncontrolled tire. The 9 of Blake
Or he might be
Perkins.
full-time. I feel like the 75 truck runs all the time, but I don't know if he's the one that's in it all the time. I don't know. I don't keep up with trucks during the off-season. Hell, I was still learning who's driving what tonight.
When the show really starts kicking into another
Colby
gear.
Howard and Zane Smith.
Up front now.
Nemechek swept the stage as he's lining up third here.
You got a couple
I'd much rather work with Zane Smith than Colby Howard, I tell you that.
50 laps to go or so.
Yeah, another interesting run is Parker Kligerman. We always see it, Vince. We talked about it in qualifying. He barely eked into the race. He was the slowest truck to qualify on time, and now he finds himself
the
racing
38 gave up
inside
quick, didn't
the
he?
top 10. So Kligerman, we said if he could get in the race, he could win this race, and he's proven that we were right.
How about
Colby Howard, Nemechek, Zane Smith, Kraus, Ben Rhodes, the top 5.
Right on his bumper. Zane
On the outside of
Smith there
5th is
in
Crafton
third,
with
Jarrett
Kligerman pushing him.
4th.
And earlier, you mentioned that they can't lock bumpers. They can't do the tandem.
Yeah, no
drafting.
fun. No tandem drafting.
It's a judgment call on NASCAR's side of it, but when the leader drags the brake to the guy behind him, that initiates that to happen. If you do it too long, that's when they're going to make a call.
More on Colby Howard with Jamie.
How about him? His very first start here at Daytona, leaving this field. His spotter, Brandon Lyons, is tucking him third. He said, listen, we've already learned so much here tonight. Just stay low. You're going to get big pushes behind you. There's a really strong touch back there. Stay calm. We're going to finish as strong as we can, but don't forget what your goal is, and that's to make the playoffs at the end of the season.
Wow, and that's a great statement by that young racer out of South Carolina. 3 starts last year, 2 of them he finished inside the top 15. Turned some heads. People were saying, this kid's got some talent. And now look at him here at Daytona leading the field.
A long single line. First truck
Open my dick.
up top is the 88 of Matt Crafton.
He's just in
Oh,
on the outside
dude.
of Thad Moffitt.
That was
And then number 43, Richard
Look how close
Petty.
it was.
Throwback
Wow.
speed. You know why he has that
6
Richard
100ths
Petty
of a
speed right
second.
there?
I had
That's
to do him
Grandpa,
at the line.
Got to honor Grandpa.
Oh, trouble there for Chandler Smith.
Chandler Smith out of line and off the pace, or did he just bail out?
That's pretty impressive what Moffitt has done. He
I wouldn't be ready to ride. They're all single file. What if they fuck up and never wreck?
Good thing I put $100 on Jesse Little.
There's that beautiful number 43.
You got an
That is a
Applebee's
good-looking
after
truck,
this
too.
race.
It's a throwback to Richard Petty's 1992 last season scheme. And there you can get a good look at the number
Thad
43.
Moffitt
That brings
is
back
the
a lot
most
of great
worthless
memories
driver in
for
the history of
me
auto racing.
And a lot of race fans, I'm sure.
It's gotta
Awesome
be the
looking
most
truck, though.
iconic and easiest resemblance of our sport.
He had the free pass the first stage, and he has worked himself all the way up inside the top 15, Jamie.
And we're going to see Thad Moffitt out in these truck races 12 to 15 times this year. And it's something he's really looking forward to. He said, you know, think about the Petty name and everything that my family's been able to prove in racing. Nobody's really done anything here in the truck series. Adam Petty did 2 or 3 races years
Nobody
ago.
named
He's
Petty's
looking
done
at the name
anything
for
since
himself
like
here in the truck series,
1994 or something, when Kyle was still winning a race or two here and there.
Smith up from 18 to second. His first year in the 38 truck with front row after the championship last year, where he finished runner-up for the second year in a
Bet you
row.
Zane Smith outperforms Todd Gilliland in that 38 this year.
He would be after leaving GMS. Well, he's got that call from front row, and now he's out to prove that they made the right call. He's super excited to be with such a tight-knit team, guys.
Yeah, Chris Lawson, the crew chief there. Bob Jenkins, the owner.
50 to
Front Row,
go.
super
We're
excited
halfway.
about their truck
Who'd have
series.
thought Colby Howard would be leading at halfway?
Only 5 full-time.
Did you get that on your NASCAR Truck Series bingo card? Colby Howard lead at halfway.
And Lawson is doing a great job with that group, leading the way. And Zane Smith, he is in.
Howard, Nemechek, Zane Smith, Derek Kraus, Ben Rhodes, Tyler Ankrum, Tanner Grace, Tor Friesen, Jesse Little, Christian Eckes.
Stage 3.
Let me try. Well, I got a commercial
This
break.
one's easy. This is 2 laps.
Is there anything?
2 laps, win Atlanta with
Coming to
Harvick.
the white flag. Hold off the one.
Okay, God help me. I just can't predict how these cars are going to... They don't react anything like they do in other NASCAR games when you enter these corners. Oh my God, it just fucking goes. Well, there we go. We lost. And Dale Jarrett just made sure of it.
Yep, white flag.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. It's like, it's tight. Oh, it's loose and spinning out. What fucking sense does that make? Turn or don't fucking turn. Make up your mind. Sorry, Jeff. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, what? What was that?
I don't fucking know.
magnet?
Starting to think that this game's not as good as I remember. God damn it, the race is still on as they're side by side, but I'm sitting here trying to do this fucking lightning challenge because I don't know when to fucking quit. Turn, please. Christ almighty.
1 lap, Dale.
1 lap. Oh boy, and everybody's
Oh,
behind
Dale
me.
Jarrett is on you. Damn.
I'm already lifting. We're fine. Once again, another racetrack where we're good at one end and just complete horse shit at the other. Unfortunately, I didn't mean to do that. Believe it or not, I did not mean to kill Jeff Gordon there. No. No. No.
Woo! I thought you overcorrected it. I ain't gonna lie on that.
Hey, Harvick still wins at Atlanta in 01, but Dale Jarrett finishes second this time. Okay. A little entertainment for myself during the commercial because not much going on in the race. Although now it looks like the lead pack's 2x2 again.
Again.
They were single file at the start of this run. They got single file quicker at the start of this run than any other time tonight. Now it looks like the outside line might have it. Of course, I can't see. We're looking at Haley Deegan's all-board camera in like fucking 20th place, so I don't fucking know what's going on because I can't see.
Outside looks like
On board with Riley Herbst.
Oh, it's Riley Herbst. I saw Monster Energy and thought it was Deegan's camera. My bad. Same talent level. I'm kidding. She's better than she's better than fucking Riley Herbst.
Don't mess with Texas.
And there's a wife beater right in front of Riley Herbst.
He's talking about the racetrack. That's what the back
The advantage is on the outside now with Nemechek, Zane Smith, and Kraus. Howard's still leading the bottom line with Rhodes and anchoring behind him. But there's a lot more trucks lined up for that big choo-choo train to play it safe until final pit stops. Now Zane Smith wants to go to the inside and take the lead. That was an easy block for Nemechek to make.
So we got a little ways to go to the front straightaway. But what I want to point out is Zane Smith in this 38 truck. As they're going through the tri-oval, John Hunter Nemechek leaves the door open, and Zane could have shot right through here to make it 3 wide. He's got to run. He's going. He could go. He could have shot right through there, and he's played it cool. He played it smooth. Still too early. There's 46 laps to go.
Yeah, when you start
Yep, still got a pit,
moves
so
and you get
oh
a guy
boy.
like John Hunter Nemechek you're working with, you try to hang with that guy until you get down to the end because you know John Hunter's going to be up front. You want to make sure you have some allies on the track, and that was a good example of that.
You hang him out to dry too early, he'll get off that clothesline and come back and make sure your day's not going to go as smooth at the end.
Yeah, he was patient with 46 to go, but we get down to 4 to go. He's going to make that move, isn't he?
Oh, 100%. That's how you have to win these plate races. You got to be.
Somebody should have put $1 on
with
Colby
your
Howard.
moves, and
He's
if you've
4th
got a
place
run
right now at
somebody's
80 to
gonna
1
run with
odds.
You go.
You see the numbers on Nemechek and what he has done out front tonight. He and Ty Majeski.
Where the fuck is Johnny Sauter?
So far, it's
I've seen Kligerman in the top 5 and top 10. Today's 12th right now. Where the fuck is Sauter?
Their strategy, the way he's drafting.
Gotta need a big wreck.
And now he's in control of this race.
He started up front and has stayed there. I'm just impressed with Ben Rhodes, the guy that won this race a year ago, our champion, the way he's charged from the back and has just become a part of that top 5 group all night long. So there's a lot of great stories right now.
He got Sauter's a lap down in 30 seconds. So.
Number 43 that's gotten back up to the front after being a lap down.
Of course, I didn't quite know he was driving a turd box truck, or I would have picked somebody else. So I fucked up and picked 2 turd box trucks.
Zane Smith started 20th. Rhodes, as Michael mentioned, started 27th.
Oh, well, Jordan Anderson ran like ass all last year in this race and then finished second.
Been out front for a couple, as has
Almost won me $50.
Yeah, even Tanner Gray and Riley Herbst running 7th and 8th. This is when the group is starting to assemble on who's going to be the players coming down to the end. This is riding on board again with Riley, hanging out P8.
Tanner Gray just ahead of him.
Everybody just running the low groove, and you see Tanner kind of moving to the right of center, trying to sort out some of the draft.
Riley Herbst might win an Xfinity race this year.
More likely than not, everybody's just kind of riding right here, right now.
I'd still be amazed if he did.
A crew chief down pit road.
What?
Are we going to run 25, 30 laps and then pit? Or are we going to run this fuel all the way out to what we think is about a 35, 38 lap window? When do you want to pit? Do you want to pit as soon as you can in case the caution flies?
If I'm at the tail end of this group, I want to pit as soon as I can. Try to get some kind of advantage. But if I'm the guys up front, I want to stay out. The longer, we saw in the dual races, the longer you run without pitting, the more time you're going to make up.
That's when another.
Well, yeah, because them other guys are going to slow down. Probably slow. But the longer you can stay together with your group and stay out a little longer, you'll come out ahead.
We always see somebody getting a bit of trouble. We even seen.
But if I'm behind these guys, I hopefully have a group to pit with.
Last night coming to pit road, and he's done that about 1,000 times.
Nemechek continues to lead.
Thank God they're racing like there's a part short. There's not a part shortage in trucks, are there?
It's never over until a checker's wave at Daytona.
They go into a full screen commercial. I'm going to try this lightning challenge and get pissed off because it's Indianapolis and I can tell it's going to drive a lot like flat Homestead. Boy, I wish I could drive that deep in the corner like Sterling Marlin just did. He shot down in the grass and passed me. Well, I'll never catch him again. Can I drive deeper in the corner? Am I just fucking up? You ready for that slingshot move? I'm going to try to push the 10 up there to him. God damn, they drive deep in the corner here. Wow, the car at Indy actually handles pretty good. At least in turn 1.
Oh,
3 wide with fucking Johnny Benson and Rusty Wallace as Sterling Marlin drives away from us. Okay, I was underestimating how you can drive Indianapolis, so maybe I can charge it a little more. I don't have to be as big of a bitch into the corner as I thought. And really tight, really fucking tight. Okay, maybe I do need to drive. Yep, that killed me. Well, maybe not. Didn't kill me, but didn't help. Hitting the wall is never good, Dylan. The strategy is to stay off the wall if you can. Michael Jackson style, off the wall. Oh my God. Every car you drive in this game is tight in the center of every fucking corner. Nailed that corner.
That was beautiful.
Yeah. 2 to go, and Gordon side by side with Marlin. I like how I've done more of this than I have actually paid attention to this fucking race tonight.
Which one's more exciting?
Honestly, this right now. Right now.
Yeah, we ain't got the entertainment yet.
Yeah.
Still need about 10 more laps.
Get back in the gas, Gordon.
How do they hold the outside like that?
I don't know. We get out of line, we just go straight to the fucking wall.
Oh, he's got you at the line.
White flag. They carry so much speed on the outside of Indy, it makes no fucking sense. Now fucking Kurt Busch going to blow by both those.
Oh, that's a disaster waiting to happen.
And he's slowing down so he can do that.
Oh,
come on. That was going to be perfect. Brian Vickers.
The 51.
The 51's broke. Whoa, wow. Yeah, the 51's junk now. How's that not a fucking caution, NASCAR? The 51 has a big fucking hole in the front and it's dragging shit everywhere. There's no yellow. You guys missed it. I Brian Vickers a couple of cars at Indianapolis and was going to win, and the game said, "Nah, you're disqualified for reckless driving." Oh man, they're showing us the black flag. You've been banned for reckless driving.
Trying to log some laps. As you can see what Kurt talked about. Loses his tire going in the corner, and luckily, no issues.
Yeah, that fender rub went right through it, and
he gets into Majeski.
that's what I was saying. Oh, hopefully he doesn't end up with a left rear flat from that little contact.
Heim was a couple of laps down already at that time, and you see Johnny Sauter on pit road as well. It's a tough go for the 3-time.
My hopes lie on Parker Kligerman, who is currently running 10th.
There's that long line of trucks I talked about.
There's my 8 long racing.
As far as you can see, they're lined up.
Getting single file for these pit stops at the end.
Soldier up top.
Man, that was perfect. I Vickers their ass.
Inside.
I hooked Kurt Busch because we were side by side in the corner. I hooked Busch.
How was that not reckless driving?
I hooked Kurt Busch. He hit Sterling Marlin. They crashed. I slid sideways and the game DQ'd me.
Car where the side drafting isn't as effective as what it was in years past. Or I'm completely wrong, and everybody's just kind of riding right now.
Well, the 38's got to like where he's riding. He is currently sitting P2.
Oh, trouble in the back.
Oh, we got our spin on the back. Hard in the wall.
And that's the 24 of Jack Wood.
Jack Wood brings out the first non-stage related caution.
Yeah, that's a weird spot.
With 37 to go, coming to 36 to go. You can pit and make it from here.
It's getting really bad those last 3 laps.
Wood out of the GMS camp, teammates with Grant Enfinger.
I can't predict what the car is going to do from lap to lap in this game.
This is a timely caution for the whole field. They can make it to the checkers from here, so we're going to see everyone pit. And I'm assuming, like you said earlier, Kurt, the crew chief's going to say you're going to get gas. Live with however it's handling.
Gas only.
We got to get fresh tires on Parker's truck so he can make a charge.
It's what you got to do. It's about the game on pit road of having the least amount of time on that final.
This entire race has been irrelevant until this caution, by the way.
For that track position on the restart.
Damn. How about just losing it?
Jack Wood, his first start here, made a dozen starts last season. Running full-time this year. And his season opener comes to an early end.
Oh, wow. He was running.
He hit the apron, shot up the track off of 4, but the wreck doesn't happen until they come off of turn 2.
Here on the backstretch off turn
He had a
2.
tire go down, surely.
He is. tailed off to the back of everybody.
Oh, wow, yeah, something broke. God damn. He was driving on the straightaway, and that thing just hooked to the right and hit the outside wall.
Just turned on him. Impact.
Well, that's not good, ladies and gentlemen. Would I pit? Hell yeah, I'd pit. You got to pit to make it to the end here. You can make it to the end from here.
It's a tough break.
So they put the 24 on the hook. The 47 of Sauter has.
And if I'm running 10th or worse, I'm taking 4 tires. These guys up front are going to want to protect their track position. But if I'm not running up front, I'm taking 4 tires to give me some kind of advantage, if it's worth any
The
advantage.
race is on the line, Vince.
Tires on, and I think they're going to go.
God.
Oh, Kurt Busch DNF. Hey, God, I think Jeff Gordon literally just murdered Kurt Busch in the 2002, was it 01? 01 Brickyard 400.
Take 2, could take 4. Let's go to Josh Sims.
To pit road for the money shot. I mean the money stop.
And the 4, the leader right now, John Hunter Nemechek at the top left of your screen. Led 30 laps tonight. They want to come in and have a smooth, quick stop.
You put Sterling on there? Oh, I wish he would have took them all out. That would have been incredible.
So well all night long. Jamie?
We got
Number 38, Zane Smith behind the wheels. Crew chief Chris Lawson reminding him, don't slide those tires.
Gas only for a lot of cars, a lot of trucks in the top 10.
Only, as is it for the number 19 of Derek Kraus also. He said, we're going to give you a little bit of help here. It's going
I think
over the
Nemechek
track door.
wins the
It's a
race
little
off
bit
pit
free.
road.
Slowly, though, be ready to save was the word.
Well, they should be able to get to the end on gas here, and you see
Overtime might be a problem, but they can get to the end on gas here. Nemechek did win the race off pit road. Gas only.
Oh, it is tight, even on pit road.
Parker Kligerman's in the mix, guys. That's all I could ask for. Might as well restart. Gonna fuck your corner entry something hard, but he's gonna drive down the grass. Oh!
talking about trying to take somebody out.
Rusty Wallace shot inside of Dillon here and hit the grass and smacked the wall, and he's still coming back full speed at you like it never happened.
That's fine.
Well, now I'd say Rusty's out of contention. Who got Xfinity qualifying's not till tomorrow, Chris. I think they qualify in the afternoon tomorrow around 12. I think there's Cup practice at 10:30 and then at 11:30 or 12 Xfinity qualifying. And then the ARCA race that nobody's going to watch is at like 1 o'clock. And then the Xfinity race is at 5.
This just in, the newest NASCAR game, you control pit stops.
That should be an option. But they're like,
Manual pit stops?
yeah, manual pit stops where you got to get it down pit road and you got to get the fucking pit box.
Damn, I got to catch Newman? Oh, shit.
Hey, he's not going to blow up this time. Your supervisor was talking about going to the ARCA race. What are the tickets? Like $10? Hey, Dylan, want to go to the ARCA race tomorrow? We just got to drive 7 hours. We get in for practically free. Hey, Dylan, let's just drop everything and go to Daytona. Like tonight.
Right now?
Right now.
Tickets!
Who needs tickets?
Take a look at our
Nemechek, Colby Howard, Zane Smith, Tyler Ankrum, Stuart Friesen, and Ben Rhodes, the front 3 rows here. My man Kligerman, I think, took 4 tires. He's in 17th. I hope he took 4 tires. To be 17th, they better have took 4 tires.
Youngster Howard be able to get on and off pit road.
You think ARCA pays you to go?
And then the crew and John Hunter's team is faster too.
Fuel only, of course, in that short amount of time. We get ready for this restart.
All hell's about to break loose.
I think that most will be good to go.
The race is on. This is the actual start of the race now.
We'll see. I gotta believe there will be other cautions to come as John Hunter Nemechek leads us on the way on the inside. Back to green.
Good crowd for a truck race. That front stretch grandstand's pretty full.
Man,
Right there in the tri-oval. Right where the airborne truck is going to go through the catch fence and kill somebody later.
Now you're probably not going to get it if you lay back.
Colby Howard. Not enough of a push, though, from the 16. 16 didn't get going. Side draft that 4. Oh, it's not enough. More momentum on the bottom line.
There comes the outside.
Now the outside line's delayed push.
yellow 38.
Yeah, that's not going to help anybody. Now it's starting to kick in. Here comes the Colby Howard, the
Turn
91.
the 91.
Look at the push he's giving him.
Who had money on Colby Howard? There's my man Parker already back into the front group here.
There it is.
Colby Howard, big side draft in 3, sweeps out wide. Noses ahead of Nemechek.
Some
I'm
guys
in
are
front
back
of
there
the
going,
four.
I don't
I
know
want
about
it
this.
for
I'm going to kind of wait on this game.
If I'm him, I'm going to the inside. There you go.
And Howard clears Nemechek.
Well, you talk about
Takes the inside line. I'd have to clear Nemechek. He's got the best truck. I want to keep him behind me. He's clearly got the dominant truck.
has 11 Truck Series wins.
Whoever passes me on the outside ain't going to be as good as the 4 is tonight.
Has 5 Truck Series starts.
Seems a bit lopsided right there, but hey, you're in position at Daytona. This is what it's all about.
I like
Ankrum.
Nemechek being up there too, because whenever they take each other out for the lead, he's going to
Driver around this.
Ankrum leaning on Howard in the middle of 3 and
I
4.
love that shot. That was 4 different cameras, 4 different trucks.
Oh! Howard got loose by himself off of 4 and saves it. That gives the lead to Ankrum with Ben Rhodes.
I think you figured that out.
And already Ankrum's gathered it back up and about to take the lead back. Or Colby Howard.
Ankrum leading that outside line.
Isn't that crazy?
this
You know, we
fucking
talk about
roadblock
side drafting
out
and
of my way.
bumping, but that shows you how difficult it is to drive this racetrack in the pack like this.
91's
He was all
drive.
by himself.
Tell you, when this front 6 wrecks, Parker Kligerman's going to miss it.
John Hunter Nemechek is thinking, he's like, oh,
No.
91's loose off the corner. Like, you can see that truck wanting to come around on him.
I'm stuck in this
Even when nobody's on his bumper,
It's
really.
Stuart Friesen done it again.
Friesen saying, fuck this, I'm out. Now Ankrum clears down in front of Howard. Now you got ThorSport teammates on the outside line, Rhodes and Eckes.
Ankrum has now gone to the bottom with the lead. Howard second in line on the bottom.
I just saw Friesen kind of bail out and go, you know what, you guys go on ahead.
They got a couple of trucks in front of Nemechek now and a couple of trucks on the high side next to him, so Nemechek's kind of trapped. But there's still 30 to go. Who knows what's going to happen. Now Ankrum's fucking up. Oh, the ThorSport trucks are taking him 3 wide. Oh, they put him in the sucker hole. Later, he's in the sucker hole. Boy, another fucking commercial. It's side by side, but still. They got Ankrum in that old sucker hole. And that gets Nemechek
God,
back
that's
to
so fun
second
to watch
behind
every
Ankrum. Or not Ankrum, Colby Howard.
Every
Can't
time.
think straight. Colby Howard dropped to the back of the lead pack. Oh, Colby Howard. Oh, God.
Down to
Zane
38,
Smith's...
about to turn the forward.
I was about to say Zane Smith's about to turn Nemechek. That would wipe out Ben Rhodes.
Turn him left. If you turn him, right.
Turn him right, hit
Yeah,
Ben
turn him
Rhodes.
right.
Wait, where's Parker at? Parker's... Okay, don't turn him right. Parker's in that line up there.
He'll get through it.
Up. Nemechek
Oh,
going to the
that ain't-
outside. He wants to lead that outside
go,
line.
Howard. Go to the top, Howard.
Hold
Too
your
late.
line. Hold your line.
It's too late.
29 to go. Hold your line. Nemechek back to the lead with a push from Rhodes.
Don't let him there. Let the 4 hang out. Go to his
No.
outside. Go to his outside.
Now Howard edges forward. The side draft's going to pull Nemechek down. And Howard got loose off of the corner again.
That is literally.
Colby Howard's just hanging on off of 4 when he gets
That's a
sideways.
roadblock.
Must be fast to be that loose.
Yeah.
Handling is the only issue I see for the 91. Don't want to get
I
copyrighted.
was wondering what that was.
Hey, you, get into my car. Who, me? Yes, you.
Oh, the TV's muted.
Got to hear a sample of the NASCAR Thunder 2003 soundtrack. Hey, you get into my car.
Got a good. That inside ain't moving.
You remember how I said DiBenedetto was going to be up in the fence? He's so fucking slow, he's not even going to be close to the wreck. You get 85 if Eckes wins, 75 if Rhodes wins. Well, you're in pretty good shape right now, running second and third on the outside line. And we're back.
John Hunter Nemechek leading with 27 to go in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series season opener from Daytona. He's leading that outside line. Their front truck on the inside line is that of 20-year-old Colby Howard, who has been out front for 9 laps tonight as well. And Howard, what a great story this would be. Made 3 starts last year. This is his first start at Daytona in the Camping World Truck Series.
God.
Oh, my God, the 91 again. Thank God he's running the inside line. Look, they're going to get around him and hang his ass out. They want to get that 91 out of there. Smith shot to the middle, put him on the bottom, and now Smith is in front of the 91. And now they're 3 wide back there. Got to be careful on the outside of Howard.
You want to be 3 wide on his inside?
I don't want to be on his outside, that's for sure. Oh. 5 truck breakaway now because of that clusterfuck.
There's my long racing.
Oh, shit.
I mean, that's when, like,
They had the 91 was a weapon. It wasn't his fault. It was just the handling. He's in 6th place now.
And now he's back in control of the race. Now you think it's trouble not
They can't stop Nemechek tonight, although the teammates lined up behind him are going to be a problem.
Yes, I believe so. So he won't be as loose hanging out where he is right now. There's no real adjustments you can make.
Watch that 91 every time they come off a 4. That time he held it down.
Calm it down as far as looseness.
Yeah, Howard slipped back.
He held it together pretty good.
Well, as sideways as he's been, Vince, and he's running 6.
There's Fox zooming that camera in like they love to do.
The 16 of Tyler Ankrum, Jamie.
We saw Tyler Ankrum leading this field. Now he's back in 10th and 11th position right now. But we talk about this is his first team with HRE, first race with his new spotter, Eddie DeHaan. Listen to this communication between the two.
I just hang on. Don't do nothing crazy.
Hey, Janet.
Plenty of time left here. Deep breath. You gotta move at my command, okay? You gotta move when I tell you.
And he continued by telling him, I know what I'm doing here. You've got to trust me. You've got to listen to me. It's a long season ahead, and these two are just trying to figure each other out.
Well, really, 25 to go doesn't sound like much, but that could last a long time at Daytona, 25 laps.
Hell, 2 laps at Daytona can last forever if you keep piling up and having to restart.
These trucks aren't driving like they would like them.
Remember how long the last 5 laps at the Indianapolis road course was last summer?
Yeah, this is that point in the race where you're listening to your spotter and crew chief. You're trying to communicate about handling.
Now the entire field's single
As
file.
far ahead as you can to look for trouble.
Which is the best thing for Colby Howard. Not good for Nemechek, though, because he's a sitting duck. It would have been fine, but Rhodes and Eckes are going to stick together. Look how unstable the cars look when they touch the yellow line in the middle of the corner.
Where he's running.
Solid day. They want more, though. They want
It's
wins.
going.
You can tell by
It's going.
the way Eddie DeHaan was speaking to him.
My headset came unplugged and my OBS wouldn't accept it back in, so I'm actually streaming off the laptop microphone and it sounds okay.
You don't want to throw away points.
5 laps at Knoxville felt like 5 hours. Yeah, I forgot about that. I think I blocked that race out intentionally because it was so bad.
Chandler Smith, we saw him fall all the way to the back of the pile. He's been able to fight his way back up through, and there's Ben Rhodes. Started deep in the field, and now he finds himself right on John Hunter Nemechek's bumper. These could be 2 of our favorites throughout the whole 2022 season to run for this championship.
Oh, 100%. Rhodes, the champion. Nemechek, unfinished business. Right now, this is where Rhodes is somewhat in control.
10 cars back, not making much headway here.
It sounds good, even though I'm not talking into a mic and I keep being paranoid that I'm too far away from the computer. But it sounds fine because I've listened to it.
But there's still 22 laps to go. Lots to happen.
Now you look at those drivers really through the top 8. Colby Howard, the only one who does not have a series win. And I think you look at that top 5 and you think those 5 drivers.
The 98 and the 99 can pass Nemechek. Yeah, oh, there goes the wreck. Nope, they save it. They save it.
That was a great save.
Woo!
I had to jump in on that one.
Was that Tanner Gray? Tanner Gray was dead sideways. I said, here it is. And then he saved it. And they all saved it and kept going.
70 laps, man.
Tanner Gray in the 15.
And Parker would have been in it, so I'm glad they saved it.
22, Riley Herbst in the 17.
Yeah, Tanner Gray got all jacked up from somebody from behind pushing aggressive and
Well, we
did a
know
great
the
job
Rex
hanging
in the
on to it.
middle of the pack now.
Wayne Perkins in the 9 right there.
Hell, there is no pack. It's just one big long line.
On the outside.
That's Parker Kligerman, who just came into the picture in that 75 of the Food Country USA on the back tailgate.
This is a mess, Kurt.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the telestrator going here. I was going to really point out.
I can't believe how clean this truck race has been. I know it's still 20 to go next time, Bob, but
From behind and it was just,
Turn 2,
oh,
caution.
caution's out. What happened? Fox
maybe it
doesn't
was in my
know.
circle there.
Oh, the 51 hit the wall and crashed
that
again.
tire rub again for.
Boy, Corey
Right front
Hawkins
went
had a
down on the
tough
51,
night.
and there goes the damn tire.
Going the right way.
The
It
car-
started
carcass.
with that contact on pit
Oh,
road,
man.
and it's gone.
I was hoping it was the entire wheel.
Yeah, the pit road mistakes. They just-
Well, I'm doing this lightning challenge really quick. Johnny Benson,
Well, this
Two
is going to
laps.
be a
2 laps at Charlotte.
Catching it.
interesting shootout to the
Let's
finish.
see.
I'm staying out, aren't you?
God,
Kurt?
look how far ahead he
Yeah,
is.
he's
Yeah,
got
no, this is when
But his
that's
motor
re-rack.
blows right
This is
now.
like a pool game. You know, you re-rack all the pool balls and then you have the break.
Unless my truck has a number 91 on it. If I'm 91, I want to come in and give me an adjustment. That
Oh,
kid
Catch
has
Newman,
fun
can I hang
running
on a
right
second?
here.
Bring it to the stall and let them get a look at it.
He's still running P6.
I know he's hung on to an evil handling truck. What an awesome display of driving.
You know, I talked to some crew chiefs today.
Good,
They
we get a restart.
talked about 20 to go, maybe a caution coming out. What would they do? And I think the consensus was don't give up the track position.
Nah,
at the
stay
very
out.
front.
Everybody's
If you're
staying out now.
Back there,
Yeah,
10th
four
or
freshies.
beyond,
Nope.
and you need some help.
Oh.
You might go for tires and an adjustment.
That's so
what do you have to
stupid.
lose?
It's
No.
not
Yeah,
as
if you're
strict on
really
the
far back,
straightaway.
you got nothing to lose for sure.
About you know how it was
man,
on
I
the
was
other one, like,
in the
even
summer
when
race
Right, it's
in
not
the
as
Cup
bad.
Series here a few years back, and
Unless it's
There's
random,
12 laps to
'cause
go.
I tried it last time.
and
We had
I
a
was running
while, so
third,
it was just-
and the 2 leaders in front of me pitted. I'm like, where are they going? And I stayed out on those old tires. You know what? I ended up getting shuffled back, and those guys that
Oh,
pitted
so
came all the way
was bad.
back, and it was William Byron took the win on fresh tires.
Had a great turn 3, and then
And the
I
tires
lost
do
everything.
matter with the trucks here tonight. I
Yeah,
don't know if
this
they
one's
matter
tough.
that much.
That's a big ass
you're,
lead.
You're certainly
to
not going to give up
the
the lead or one of those front running positions to come
I
get
can't
tires.
hold my
But
car straight.
if you need a little help with your truck, and
Stay
you're
out.
further back in the pack, this
Yeah,
would be
why
a
not
prime,
roll the
This
dice?
would be a prime time.
Put 4 tires on it. Maybe an
Give me
adjustment.
4 freshies.
Yeah, it's a picture perfect
I'm
night.
short
Track
freezing,
conditions
give
are
me 4
perfect.
freshies.
These
Keep
guys are
dropping
definitely
the
not
rear anyway.
looking to put tires on.
Can't catch him.
It's a matter of keeping that track position and having the right drafting buddy.
Yeah, I got to gain a
for as
second
long
a
as you
lap.
can.
Real fair game.
John Hunter Nemechek got 4 tires on lap 43, and the 91 of Kobe Howard, he got his lefts on lap 23, and has had them ever since. I mean, if taking a chance at Daytona is what it's all about, but it might be time for him to go get some tires and try to race his way back to the front.
Oh, this
there's a
game
couple takers
sucks.
in the back, but they were
I
about
can't
20
play
on
that.
back.
It's too fucking. It makes no sense. In the center of the corner, it shoots straight to the wall and then gets loose.
Friesen in the 52. You also saw
So
the
fucking
19
bad.
Garrett Krause come in.
Oh look, my sponsor's
This is when
back.
your crew chief becomes your therapist. He's telling Kobe Howard, now that we're going to cool our tires off, you're going to have a lot more grip. It's getting cooler outside. The truck's really going to start sticking. All those cliches that Kurt, you and I would never sit there and believe, right?
Yeah, the stagger match special. It just showed up.
A shootout to the finish. Yeah, it's Daytona. Why not? We know it's going to come right down to the very end. We'll have it for.
If only the race was on Fox, then everybody could get it. But nobody but people like us cares about the truck race. So it'll be a cold day in hell before you ever see a truck race on regular Fox. I cannot drive this fucking game. It's so bad. It doesn't make sense. Tight, sideways. Like, it's either loose or tight. It can't be fucking both. Loose or tight? Which one is it? You can't tell. It's both at the same fucking time. It's both depending on what it fucking needs to be.
Whatever's convenient for the
This game is a hunk of shit. No wonder I only play 04 and 05. I wouldn't know the first thing about how to navigate that YouTube Premium shit. Ask Janet. I bum off of her cable when I need to watch something that I don't have. Though I won't need to for any races this year because the NBCSN races are gone. They're going to be on USA Network now, and we have USA Network here. Well, at least you got to use the truck race for practice on how you're going to figure out how to watch the Xfinity race tomorrow. Bring back Speed Channel. I miss Speed Channel. Trackside used to be like the best show ever. I thought that shit would never go away. It was a sad day when we lost Speed Channel.
Tomorrow, check out Big East Hoops. Tips off at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Xavier taking on number 24 UConn. It's a doubleheader because at 2:30 Eastern, you've got Iowa battling number 18 Ohio State in the Big Ten. It's tomorrow on Fox and streaming on the Fox Sports app. Getting down to the nitty-gritty here at Daytona, the season opener for the Camping World Truck Series. As you look at the Blue Emu race summary, 8 different leaders, 15 lead changes. We've got 30 of our 36 on the lead lap.
You know what that number means? High percentage chance of carnage. There are 30 trucks still on the lead lap. So not trying to wish
30 trucks on the lead lap.
That is a big number towards the end of this race.
Especially when we've seen how
We've had 2 single truck wrecks. That's it.
It's amazing to me someone hasn't had to get away, but they've done a great job hanging on to him. I wonder what's going on with the 18 truck. He's been all over the place too.
Carnage has happened, yes. And I mean, I think they're going to make a mistake here, and it's going to be big, so hopefully we're on the right side of it. What should we be banking on, that, or do we honestly should fail, see where we're at? Like, what's your thoughts? 18 to go don't sound like a lot, but it's still a long way, you know what I mean? And if they're getting crazy, you know what I mean, then make that decision. But
He's being a bit encouraged to drop back, and he's running in the 10th position, so it's going to be, that's a hard call to make. But I hear Chris Lambert, that team, the spotter, he sees all the mess we're watching, Kurt, and he doesn't know if maybe he's right in the heart of that storm.
Sitting in the truck driving, you're like, oh man, I only got 17 to go. I got to make it happen. Sitting up here in the booth, like,
Gonna restart with 16 to go. Nemechek, Ben Rhodes, Christian Eckes, Zane Smith, Grant Enfinger, and Colby Howard.
Such a unique view sitting up
Colby
there.
Howard's fast, but he's got one of the worst handling trucks I've ever seen to be that fast.
Your heart's pounding, your brain is going 1,000 directions, and you're trying to overthink it sometimes. But let's go.
I got paid by YouTube a couple times, and they changed their policy to shit on me.
Oh! Big things was Matt DiBenedetto's back in 25th place. He's been hanging around there all night.
Hey, Matt DiBenedetto's running the same place he would be in the Cup race, 25th.
The leaders were going to come, splash for fuel. He would be able to stay out and move on up. That didn't happen, so the team adjusted.
These cautions are good for everybody up front that was racing hard. Save gas because they pitted right on the edge of being able to make it.
He knew the challenges coming into the truck series.
So this caution might save him enough for maybe an overtime.
Of the other 35 drivers that are out there. Another note that he told his team about is it's kind of hard to see our pit sign. We need to work on that for the next race. So they're ticking all of the boxes.
You race on simulators? I wish I could afford simulators. I'd probably suck at it though.
Quickly. No, I mean, we've seen them make up some ground, but
And remember, Vince, like
Matt had been a dumbass in 25th.
30 trucks.
Same number as his truck.
If you go to back down, you got a long way to go.
yeah, nobody's running the table tonight. John Hunter, Nemechek,
16 to go. If Parker Kligerman wins, I get what, $30 or something? He's 14th.
They are excited about what they have seen.
Just hope for a big. Hey, Jordan Anderson went from 14th to 2nd on the last lap last year.
Oh, he jumped.
Nah, he was the
I
leader.
like that move there. by Ben
Good
Rhodes.
job by Rhodes jumping into second behind Nemechek and in front of Eckes. So Nemechek's still a sitting duck. 2 ThorSport trucks lined up behind him. Look, Austin Hill 3 wide around the outside of Kobe Howard. Zane Smith puts him in front. Oh, boy. The block. Oh, the 30 gets loose off a 2, gets down on the apron. He keeps going.
That gave Howard the spot.
And now Zane Smith leading the top line with a big run down the back.
Haley's out there running strong.
Oh, they left the outside.
He knows his way around Daytona 1 year in the truck in 20.
Ooh, Parker came out into the top 10 out of this rail. We got a truck wrecking in the back. Save it, save it. Oh, cautions. That.
And he hit somebody else, yes.
I'm so mad that that's a fucking caution because Parker was in a good spot. Back marker wreck.
Chris Wright in the
6.
Yeah, yeah, I can see. Parker Kligerman is, well, they've got scored 8th.
You get a restart.
2 back marker crashes are fucking this race all up. They're not even wrecking for the lead. They're wrecking in the back, which is the most irritating thing on a super speedway.
I couldn't tell if it was a sigh of relief or just a big knot in his stomach that he was trying to get. There's Fogelman in the damage.
So annoying. Because Kligerman was in a good spot there, and now he's going to have to get a good restart again.
Might be interesting.
Oh yeah, and all the different decisions that they've gone through throughout the day. This is the spot where everybody's as nervous as they have been all day. But yeah, I think all that triggered off of a right rear problem for Fogelman, and then these guys were just collateral damage running in the back with no place to go.
Chris Wright, 44, driving for Nice Motorsports. Some pretty significant damage to that truck. There's Fogelman's 30 machine.
Didn't get the whole tire.
It's Talladega winner Tate Fogelman to you.
Yeah, he is
all the way back.
Oh yeah, let me do the telestrator thing. Oh yeah, never mind. You guys see it.
Kurt was like, yeah, never mind. Fox doesn't have a good angle of any of these wrecks.
Not having enough pressure in there.
Oh, and just a.
Sure, the 33 appreciated that.
Jason White took some contact there as well.
Not too bad. Yeah. It's a yellow.
Now I'm supposed to be playing video games online with my friends soon.
Fuck you, Newman.
Hey, there you go.
You wouldn't suggest, would you, that we're going to go through this race without the big one?
I would not suggest that.
Fogelman knew something. You saw him pull way out of line.
Fogelman pulled out of line, but then he just didn't slow down.
Get out of trouble and get it to pit road and just didn't quite
hey,
work out.
That's nice.
That's Jason White from Canada running the 33 truck.
Yeah, that tire carcass is still wrapped in there.
Another caution to save gas.
Well, this is taking laps away, and what it does is it just fuels the fire for less patience, and people driving more aggressive to try to get to the front and try to win this thing.
So the more laps you get under caution at this stage of the race, just tightens that
pit.
This just in, more cautions late in the race means less laps and more stupidity. What a novel concept. Never would have known that.
I love clicking off these laps, but the guy running second, and then every position further back, you're like, man, come on, track's clear, let's go green, come on, we gotta go back again.
Riley Herbst riding on board with Herbst. And just ahead of Riley Herbst is that 75 of Parker Kligerman, and we talked about the fact that they only have one full-time employee, Chris Carrier. You talk about small teams. Everybody else kind of helps out.
Everybody stay out again.
Assistance, but Chris Carrier's it, and they still manage to find their way toward the front.
Every race that he runs.
Why are they walking through the grass picking up debris? I don't know if you know this, but they don't race in the grass, especially in the corner. So NASCAR officials just bumbling along looking for shit in the grass. This whole not talking into a microphone thing feels weird. I'm kind of glad football season's over because I'm burnt out on sports shows, so every time I see a Colin Cowherd commercial, I want to break the television. If Rhodes and Finger or Eckes wins, I get 5. I'd much rather have that 30 when Kligerman wins. Alright, Kligerman's going to get swept up in this wreck now. He's so close to the front.
I was going to say we're getting down to crunch time, but I hate to use the word crunch when you're talking about...
I fucking hate Vince Welch.
Making contact because...
Adam Alexander and Vince Welch are the biggest dweebs. Can you fire both of them and hire Alan Bestwick, please?
Here because of contact between Chris Wright and Nate Fogelman. Chris Wright, Nate Fogelman.
Every time I start to hate on Rick Allen, I'm like, well, he's way better than Vince Welch or Adam
We
Alexander.
haven't had the big one yet tonight.
I feel it's like boiling water. You know, you turn the heat on and the water starts to do the little bubbles, and then now are we getting to the big bubbles?
I feel like we've been right on the edge a couple of times, and I think we've had a couple of drivers make saves that if they hadn't have made the save, we would have piled some up.
And that's a great point, right? You know, you got guys jacked up sideways, they're saving it. I mean, it shows the stability of the trucks and the air.
Nah, you got to be full-time to be a playoff contender. I don't know if Parker's full-time or not. I really don't.
Ready to heat up.
Where do you want to be here?
First. Please. If I could pick.
Caution's kind of good for Nemechek. It can, well, it didn't break up Rhodes and Eckes. They're still going to be lined up nose to tail, second and fourth.
I hope Deegan wins.
I think being where Zane Smith is.
Where's she running? Oh, she's 16.
If you get the proper start, and you got to remember too, John Hunter's a veteran. He's going to.
You know what's funny about her, Dale?
We know
she is the fourth.
And this could be a choreographed type of situation again. But here's the previous restart, and absolutely, this validates it. And he's communicating to the guy behind, but to me, oh, this isn't that restart I was thinking of. I thought the Toyotas worked together to get in line. That's just John Hunter Nemechek going, hey, Zane Smith, I'm about ready to accelerate. Watch my hand, here we go.
There we go.
And John needs that. John Hunter needs that from Zane in order to keep the lead. If Zane doesn't do his job, and
Parker Kligerman is 8th.
The outcome could become much different.
So are you testing relationships?
He had a good run and was in a good spot before the idiots in the back started wrecking.
I think it's whoever's behind you right now. You could be driving anything, and if you think it's going to give you the push you need to get the lead, you're going to help them do that.
All of this.
The buddy relationships are over at this point. It's who wants that trophy and who's going to help you get it. As John Hunter Nemechek on the inside for this restart.
Who's going to get black flagged for passing below the yellow or forcing below the yellow? That's been a common theme in the truck series the last couple of years, especially at like Talladega.
Is Zane Smith, runner-up in the championship each of his 2 years.
Now he's got a new ride, beautiful Love's pickup truck.
Looks like Michael McDowell.
And look at the quality of the top 10 runners right now. I mean, a ton of those.
And I'll never see the
fit
38
final
without
four, but
thinking David
only
Wright.
room for 4.
Well, we had 6 in it this morning.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
are you
six
just
in
picking
this
numbers?
morning.
to throw in
6
there?
in the 4.
We had 6 in it.
11 to go.
Pace truck will pull off, and Nemechek and Rhodes will bring us to green.
Come on, outside
11
line.
laps remaining when they cross the line. It's the season opener at Daytona. Playoff spot on the line to the winner.
Can the back markers hold it together and not bring out a bunch of useless cautions? Oh, wait, big stack up in the middle of the pack. I thought they were going to wreck right there.
Next time by.
Big push. Eckes to Rhodes.
Gonna wreck it.
Oh, shit. Thought he might take him 3 wide and get the lead for himself, but he stayed behind Rhodes. And they didn't lock bumpers. They broke apart. But it shoved Rhodes out front. Now they're in trouble because here comes a big run. Here comes a big run from Parker Kligerman and Grant Enfinger. Let's go, Parker! Oh, you're going to get black flag, Parker.
Yes, sir.
You're going to get black flag, Parker. There you go. He let off. Parker pushed Enfinger to the front. Parker Kligerman is in 4th place with 10 to go.
They go.
Money on the line in that 75 truck if he wins. Oh, my God. He's there.
Camping World 10 to go.
Don't let Ben Rhodes win, whatever happens.
Don't let
Stay behind Parker, whoever that is behind him that was looking to pull out behind him. Colby Howard looking to go 3 wide around him. You're going to fuck that whole outside line if you do it and give the race to Ben Rhodes. Them trucks back there ain't going to be a
third
problem.
line trying to form.
Yeah, they're not going to get there. Not even close.
Oh.
Push down the back.
Tremendous save.
Oh, that inside.
Parker's really good at pushing down the straightaway, and Eckes is doing the same to Rhodes. And got three truck tandem, 3 truck push. Stay with the 23, Parker. Stay with
I
him.
think they should do the collie thing and block both of rows.
If you're going to push, you got to try to be as lined up as straight as
What do you think?
possible. And
Do the
go
collie
on the
thing.
straight
Not yet.
section. Right now,
That's a
they're gonna
white
push.
flag move to take up both lanes. Like how Denny Hamlin won the 2016 500 and pulled out to block the high side because he had 3 teammates lined up on the bottom.
Looking back at Eckes.
Parker lost a lot of ground there on the outside that time. God damn it. Can't even see him now. Of course, we can't see shit because we're looking off a crappy onboard camera.
That's good news if you're that
First
leader.
4 clear,
If they're going
5th,
single
2 by
file.
Yep. Top is falling apart. It's great news.
Yeah, it's all on the bottom now. Not that you can tell. You can only tell from the spotter audio. Parker's trying. Come on, Herbst, get up there.
That blue 75 truck on the outside, right?
Ah.
There's
Well,
Kligerman.
Parker and Enfinger are out of this. Oh, Howard pulled up. He's behind Parker. And
There
so.
they go.
Okay, they might make a comeback on that outside. Give them another 2 laps. We'll see.
Back up toward the front to challenge for
Pulled
the
out.
lead.
They're trying to make it third line. It's just
And how long will that
There it is.
inside lane stay single file?
super outside.
Somebody gets a big run and peeks to the outside. Who's
I'd like to
the
see
first
them
man?
top 3 trucks eat shit.
3 wide in the back.
look at them. They're not working.
That top line is fucked because people keep trying to lead a third line. You're not going to make it work.
Both stages. and
Crafton
full
getting
race.
shuffled out back. God, Crafton's so slow. He looked like he was going to get run over. He lost so much ground. Oh. Riley Herbst went below the yellow line
Bobbing and weaving, trying to work their way to
and
the
passed somebody.
Peeked out to try to-
Riley Herbst passed Chandler Smith below the yellow line.
Daytona Trophy.
I'll tell you, those 3 Toyotas up front, they've got the speed and the power.
It was in the middle of the pack and not that consequential, but still, he gained a position and he put his left sides down below the yellow. 7 to go. 6 trucks, single file on the bottom. And now, Ankrum goes to the outside. I'd be fine if Ankrum was to pull them guys behind him and get Parker back up here.
Spoken like a couple of selfish racers, right?
I'm waiting on the 4 to jump out.
Yeah, we tried each other a couple of times at plate races.
Haley Deegan, 9th.
Damn it, look, Haley Deegan,
8th.
8th on the bottom.
Yeah, running
Nose
PA.
up inside the top 10.
She's in the faster line too, unless that outside can just get their shit together in the next 5 laps.
There as well. This is great.
Some of these racers that we've kind of wondered where they've been throughout the course of the night, starting now to make their way to the front as the laps wind
Between Rhodes and Nemechek, somebody's getting wrecked for this win.
toward the tri-oval.
I guarantee it, because they're idiots, both of them.
That crap.
Nemechek's just an extremely talented idiot.
Pushing as hard as
Making
he can.
some
His
pace.
legs numb. Trying to push the throttle pedal through the floorboard.
Can't believe Thad Moffat's in the lead pack.
Oh,
Yeah.
that outside's got great.
I mean, they're doing all they can, and it's like everybody's just glued in that same spot.
On board with Riley Herbst. Look at him.
There will be a wreck between Rhodes, Nemechek, or Eckes, I guarantee it.
Teammates
your
wreck
hands
each
are
other
active.
before it
You're
gets
just
to the
anticipating what's
Rhodes is a
coming from
dipshit. Nemechek's a
Checking that
maniac.
rearview mirror. Keeping an eye on what's happening behind him.
I mean, everybody up in the top 10 is a smart racer. And
What a great camera angle with 6 to go. We can't see shit.
Get out there, get aggressive, go for it.
We're looking at Riley Herbst on board, who's like 7th place on the bottom line. Squirrely in the inside line between Nemechek, Eckes, and Rhodes. And Eckes goes to the outside of Rhodes. Put him in the middle. Oh no, Nemechek's going to pass below the yellow.
Man, there's going to be some calls.
And Nemechek passed below the yellow. They shuffled Ben Rhodes out, and Rhodes throws a block on Herbst and gets back in line, and they save it.
Holy smokes.
Rhodes had no business throwing that block, but he saved it. He remains in the lead group.
The officiating's going to go.
He went from 1st
That
to about
outside's
6th.
moving.
They're still green.
And Parker shoots to the inside now behind Nemechek, Smith, and Rhodes.
Look at Self. Austin
Wow.
Wayne.
The wife beater in the 3rd line up top. Austin Wayne Self.
outside, making moves up there.
Block him, Austin Hill. Oh, my Lord in heaven. 4 to go. It's a 3 wide miss from about 8th on back.
Parker 6th down.
Parker's made some nice moves now. He's back in the mix.
Oh my God.
Chandler Smith in the middle.
Look at
Austin
that
Wayne
mess.
No idea how they haven't wrecked yet, but they're going to, I promise.
3 wide.
Haley's going to get around the 7 of Hill.
I never get tired of seeing the 22 wreck.
I liked when the 22 car wrecked last night. I wouldn't mind to see the 22 car junked again tonight.
So they're going to get formed up for another single file.
How do they not?
And that
Eckes.
is all gonna come from
I know they haven't penalized Nemechek, and he passed below the yellow.
And And NASCAR says everybody's good. And to go below
What?
the yellow line.
Nemechek passed below the yellow. Oh, look, we got Austin Hill bouncing off the wall.
That's Austin Hill.
Get to pit road and it won't be a yellow. Get to pit road and it won't be a
I
yellow.
think they're going to let it stay green.
Stay green.
I'm glad.
Nemechek passed below the yellow line and he's in third place and they said it's all
He
good.
wasn't
Right now.
forced.
He was not forced. He went down there.
Laps remaining.
But what's going to happen is somebody around
Whatever,
the corner
NASCAR.
is gonna get around and clear
I guess they
out
only
the
penalize you for that when the fucking
Now
win is
starting
on the
to break a
line.
little bit, letting them two get out in
They
front.
just put him in the wild.
That's a big part of the game, isn't it, Kurt? Getting on the brake, knowing how to form that gap so you get the push from behind.
What do y'all think? Nemechek passed below the yellow
Sort
line.
out when the
and they're
runs
not
are
black
coming.
flagging him.
Keep
He's in
the
third place,
backside
probably
and
still
just
gonna win.
moving when you have everybody hooked up and ready to go.
I'm in sixth.
Christian Eckes.
Go to the top, Parker.
Got his first career.
Ah, it got broke up immediately. Go back to the bottom. Go back to the bottom. Bottom, 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 bottom. Get on the bottom. Get on the bottom.
Wide again. Yeah, this is lane change city back here.
When I saw
We're about to watch it.
Kraus shoot to the outside, I wanted Parker to go, and he did. But then the truck behind Derek Kraus pulled out, and that jacked it all up. So Parker fortunately got back down to the bottom and remains in sixth. 2 to go. They're going to wreck at the white flag. Now Parker pulls up. Yes! It's forming up. It's beautiful. Parker Kligerman's leading the outside line for now.
Side by side, fifth
Somebody's going
back.
to jump up in front of him, I guarantee it.
Career win, Ankrum with one career win, and then you've got John
Push!
Nemechek, who's won 11 times.
Push!
The four's gonna be the
Here
one that
comes
jumps.
Kligerman.
There's a lap truck
There it
ahead.
is, the
Parker
four.
Kligerman in that 75, trying to work
That
the
lap truck going
outside
to cause a
lane.
problem? Nah, he's well out of the way.
Oh, no, there's a
John
7
Hunter
truck.
moved up.
Boy.
3 wide
Saw
on
somebody
4.
washing up under
That
Parker
lap
there in the
truck
middle of
up
4 and got
This
scared.
is coming to the white flag.
Nope.
We've got trucks everywhere.
Nope. Don't wreck at the white. That sucks. Don't wreck at the white. I want to see this last lap.
Comes up the block.
Yes, the four.
And Nemechek
Yes!
got junked. Caution's out. They've taken the white flag. Is that the
Oh, is
race?
Parker okay?
I think
He's
Parker-
pushing somebody.
I believe that Zane
As hood
Smith
came
is
in. Is
gonna
that
be the
him?
winner.
The white
No, Parker
flag
Kligerman made it through, I think.
He waved, the
Somebody's on
flagman
fire.
waved to the white with
It's
his
over.
right hand, and then the yellow came out immediately thereafter. With
They're
the
gonna
right hand.
go back and freeze frame this when the leader's like 2 inches from start finish and go, nope, caution, green, white, checkered.
38 wins.
So we're hearing they did not take the white. I mean,
They're saying they didn't get the white flag. What a crock of shit.
Sequence.
But I love it.
Blocking who
I love it.
lanes, who wanted to take that? I mean, there's going to be so much to talk about in this replay.
They're saying they didn't hit the white flag. I call bullshit.
Is triggered from race control.
We're gonna get a green, yellow over.
Can come on. The flagman gets the
Aw,
word to wave
poor
the yellow
Howard.
flag.
Colby
So
Howard,
the
what a fucking clusterfuck of a wreck.
was triggered prior to the white flag.
We will have a green, white, checkered because NASCAR's full of shit. But I appreciate
The
it.
white flag was in the air, but the button that was
That's as close as you can get to the white flag.
under caution.
And throw a caution.
The white flag and the button were used at simultaneously.
So the tiebreaker goes to
Because
the.
it doesn't matter if he waves the flag, it's when the light comes
technically
on.
this
He could
is
be
the tire
going
marks
to
on
wave the
track
flag, and
were
when the
before
light
the
comes
start
on,
finish
it's done.
line.
We've had problems in the past though. Is when the lights go on, or is it when the green light turns off, and there's like a half a second before the yellow lights come on.
Grant Enfinger, another guy we felt like had a real chance at winning this race. Now this is going to be interesting, Kurt, to see who all's left, and if we can figure out who can be.
Well, there's your
the
lengthy
winner.
fucking
Once we get
caution.
around Zane Smith and Christian Eckes. the
In
guys that are up
celebration.
front.
You know what's even crazier about this?
We're
though,
gonna
is
call
this
for
is
the-
reset.
God,
Now you
Crafton is
have
just
2
all
laps.
fucked up.
They were just going to have one.
Nemechek should have been
Yes.
black flag for passing below the yellow, but he's wrecked now instead, so it all worked out.
Aw.
Haley Deegan got tore up, and everybody got tore up in that shit.
Running inside the top 10. There's Derek Kraus.
Parker Kligerman made it through, though. That's all that matters to me.
And if they go to red flag conditions,
We're gonna go to a red flag.
Down in
Everybody's favorite red flag with 2 to go.
Tri-Oval.
there was a bulletin this offseason about red flag conditions. You are not supposed
Yep,
to
Parker
move
Kligerman's 4th place.
anywhere. You got to just stop.
That's how they're
We're not
parked
gonna
right
race them,
now.
the guy's still driving.
There's Enfinger making his way to the ambulance for the mandatory ride to the health center. The Advent Health Care Center, where drivers must go after any bit of contact. As you see Blaine Perkins in that 9 truck, heavy damage there.
Do we have any footage of Kyle's T-shirt earlier? My little brother's shirt. You know, this most expensive day. Yeah, this is the reason for it.
Well, we went from about 30 trucks on the lead lap to probably about half that many. When
Hey, at this rate, Johnny Sauter might get back in this shit.
You know, some people, if they can just get some of that damage fixed up and get air in the tires, you can still scrape up a decent finish with that many trucks damaged.
I want to go to Twitter and see if everybody's losing their mind about Nemechek not getting black flag for passing below the yellow.
98 of Christian Eckes, who was leading coming to the white flag. And Tyler Ankrum.
Please freeze frame it when the caution comes out in relation to where they are to start finish. I like how I called that shit every step of the way out before. I said, don't you wreck at the white flag. Don't you fucking do it. That was just racing. 3 different guys could have been blamed for that. There is no way the caution came out before they hit start finish. NASCAR's full of it. I'm sorry. I'm glad it did, but they're full of it. They're full of shit.
Just fate will sometimes spin you through it without damage, but not a lot a driver can do when they pile up like that. This is just a big block.
It starts with Eckes. No, it was Ankrum. And then, yeah, Eckes pulls up, hits Ankrum, who gets hooked by the 4, who's getting pushed by Parker. It was just a clusterfuck. They absolutely took the white flag. There was not enough time to say caution before they crossed the white flag, so NASCAR's full of shit.
Caution had been triggered in race control prior to that move, and that means we're going to go overtime as the white flag is determined to have not waved prior to the yellow being triggered. You see the white flag waving there, but that didn't count.
Well, it was waving.
We still haven't seen a freeze frame of the caution light at the white flag.
NASCAR had the button for the yellow lights to come on.
Somebody in race control must have been sitting there like this with that light. He's got his finger over the button. As soon as he sees a truck get sideways, he does this. Watch. Watch this. This one that comes out. Caution! As soon as the 16 gets sideways. It had to be that quick, because there's no fucking way.
Couldn't hold the truck straight. He got a little sideways, and that started it.
The spin doctors for the NASCAR PR team are in the ears of Mikey and the guys right now saying, the caution was out.
Yeah, I was hopeful for an onboard, so this is with Riley. Let's just ride along.
The race should be over, but it's not. Oh, shout out to this guy. I'm gonna post this in the comments, guys. Hold on. I have photographic evidence that the caution light actually did come on.
Still rolling. Now we're on board the 99.
We have photographic evidence. So I guess I can't complain, but damn, that's lightning quick.
You ever had that view, Mikey, where you just clear a wreck and you look in the mirror and you're like, holy smokes, like I am the luckiest person on earth right now. And some guys aren't so lucky.
There's been a lot of cleanup down the front stretch.
That's the closest I've ever seen it. There it is. There it is on the broadcast. They're showing it now. Wow.
And that's when the button was triggered.
Oh, Jesus.
Yellow out. Yep, right above the O in Daytona.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
Right, there it is. Yep.
The announcers are relieved that they don't have to lie now. I'm glad I was wrong, because I thought NASCAR was just full of shit.
I nailed it.
But all right, I applaud you, NASCAR. You're in the right by inches.
We know the electronics and the transponders on the trucks, and then that was.
I tell you, as soon as that 16 went sideways, bam, press the button.
You know, we talk about the margin of victory.
Press that button.
And, you know, the average margin of victory here at Daytona is just over 1/10 of a second.
Is that crazy?
How close, though, was Zane Smith to having won this race prior to the caution coming out? I got to believe it was right there. Less than a second.
We've talked about dreams
Kurt's
and
like, how about coming
disaster
close?
at Daytona.
The caution light guy's the MVP. He's going to win me $30. Because Parker Kligerman's going to win this shit.
Once we go back green.
That was a perfect scenario
So
for me.
close. Yeah. So far, we got plenty of racing left.
Oh, we got plenty of racing
We're not
left.
done yet.
4 hours for 2 laps. Here we go. I wish we were playing a better NASCAR game with lightning challenges.
Dude, I was going 55 going in the pits and got hit and crossed the line at 70 on the dot.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I'm really good. After playing that season I've been playing, I'm super good at getting on pit road in the Thunder games now. That you saw that pit entrance I had at Talladega when you were here earlier? that was great because I was going like 69 onto the pit road and beat everybody in behind me. I'd say you merged too soon. You'd have been black flagged. Dylan just Kevin LePage, Kurt Busch. It's lucky more cars weren't behind him. That big one was literally nobody's fault. It started with Eckes just moving up because he saw a run coming, and it wasn't like a crazy block. He moved up and had plenty of time, but then they just stacked up, and Nemechek was on the right rear of the truck in front of him, and Kligerman was on Nemechek's left rear, and it was just clusterfuck city.
And we have a caution.
You raced back to the yellow, Dylan. Oh, wait, you're the cause of the caution, so never mind. That's funny, earlier when that caution came out at Talladega, and I let off the gas, and about 5 cars passed me, and I said, oh, shit. Raced back to the yellow. I forgot. It's only been 18 years. 19 now. I always practice getting onto pit road in NASCAR games. I like making green flag pit stops, so I always practice. And because it's the fucking video game, I can cheat on the blend line. If nobody's coming, I just shoot up on the fucking racetrack and take off. I like that paint scheme.
Stars and stripes.
Although that car shouldn't have won.
Who should have?
Junior. And one of the cars that you have, it's one of them All-Star Game cars. I want Junior's 05 Chicago win car, but I don't want to pay the price for it.
Yeah, I love a single file restart with 2 to go.
Speaking of 2 to go, still under red at Daytona. Zane Smith is your leader. The leaderboard's not updated yet. It's still got Nemechek scored 4th, and he's sitting in the fucking infield junk right now. Zane Smith and Eckes should be 1-2. I think Parker Kligerman's going to be 4th.
And one of those involved was Tyler Ankrum. He's with Josh Sims.
Checked and released from the infield care center.
Tyler Ankrum looks like an Ed, Ed and Eddie character.
I didn't really see it right there, but just felt like I got a really good push from the 4, and I don't know if it was the 99 or the 98 in front of me, but I was going to take him 3 wide to the top.
Just
really
one of them old
right
racing deals.
Outside,
our first big one of speed weeks.
And
God, Rhodes almost got... Rhodes would have hit that wall head on and maybe caught air into the fence if he got clipped there. But Rhodes barely missed it.
Really quick tonight, so I'm really happy with that, and happy to be with the new team, Toyota. I'm ready to go pound the ground for the
Dylan, you're going the wrong way.
Glad you're okay, Tyler.
It's the big one.
Your car's going to burst into flames as soon as you hit this pack.
You see the damage on John Hunter Nemechek's machine, and
here comes the pack. They're really good at dodging you too. Oh!
While they continue to
That's
get the track ready for this
Dylan
overtime,
just killed
welcome
half
back
the
to our
field.
studio in Charlotte and join Caitlin Vincey. Caitlin?
Now I'll win.
Thank you, Vince. I'm here with Trevor Banks,
Nope.
Tom Ledine once again.
Terrell Bonnie said, no, you don't.
Eventful, and we thought it maybe would go green. Of course, we were wrong. Let's walk through what we saw just happening, because this is quite an interesting incident, and it's changed the complexion
Caitlin Vincey,
of this
thick.
race entirely. So I want you guys to walk me through it.
Between Joy Taylor and Caitlin Vincey, Fox Sports could open up a cake factory.
He's okay, right?
And I'm all good with
He
it.
commits to the top, but maybe not enough. And when he goes to move more, he just gets loose and gets into the right rear there. What do you think, Todd?
I used to try to junk as many cars as I could in this game and see how many of them I could get parked down there in the grass.
Push from John Hunter. You can see how much faster. He's probably 5-6 mile an hour faster.
God bless everybody on that inside line that made it through. Tanner Gray's still in the top 5. I think actually Parker's going to be 5th. Tanner Gray should be 4th.
Smith is less than 50 yards away from winning this race, and caution comes out.
And you mentioned it. What is that like for drivers when you're in this moment? You think the race is maybe almost over.
Who'd you rather, Caitlin Vincey or Joy Taylor?
Waiting for all this to get cleaned up.
That's a hard
I'm a
spot
Joy
to be
Taylor
in.
now.
I
mean, his heart went way up, but now it kind of came back down. And
Oh, he's objectifying women.
He's leading the race. That's not a shoe-in for a win at this point at this track. These trucks have been hard to handle tonight. Watching them,
I'm never watching his stream
they
again.
crashed at least 10 times, and they saved it. Obviously, the tri-oval bit him this time, but for Zane Smith, he's hoping he can just get a good restart and hang on to it.
Absolutely. Those guys from second on back, they're like, all right, we got another shot here. We can do this, you know. But Zane, he was asking us, you know, the first thing he's saying, did we take the white? Did we take the white?
That's right. Yeah. He didn't think that light came on. He's still not sold.
Anytime you come to a complete stop, it's going to throw a yellow.
How close it really
Is that what
was,
it is,
and of
complete
course,
stop?
Pretty
there
much,
you
yeah.
go. It doesn't get any closer than this, right?
That is such a shame for Zane.
If I was Zane Smith, I'd be mad as fuck.
The guy that runs that light had to be sitting there just waiting for that to happen, knowing as quick as he got to that light. But, you know, we talked
Kurt
about
Busch
Zane
is really good in the booth.
and how good
He's
could
got a
be
future
this
in it.
truck, and
Kurt
showed
Busch,
us-
Kevin
Yeah,
Harvick,
you're
they
seeing
both have a
here just
future in
above
it.
the O in Daytona.
Tony Stewart's great too. Looking forward to hearing more from him
Heartbreaker for
Sunday.
Zane and his team. I mean, they still have a great shot at it here. They're in the front, and we've been in this position before, and it's all about this restart, getting a good push. Sometimes the third place person's as important as the leader. If you get a good push, you can get out to the front and then block both lanes. That's what Zane's hoping to do here.
The guy that's going to make the difference in this race is the guy that's restarting in fourth. If he can push that outside
Not
guy,
Frank Kimmel. You can't wreck Frank
More
Kimmel.
racing to
He's
go,
the king
and
of
we know
ARCA,
it
Dylan.
probably will be very interesting. So let's send it back to Vince.
They got
for
Frank
the
Kimmel
rest
in
of
this
the race.
game. How come Bobby Gerhardt's not in this
Caitlin
game?
and, Trevor, Onion, we appreciate you, and it
Gotta
is
stand up,
certainly
fuck.
going to be exciting in this overtime, and it always seems like, well,
At Burger
there's more
King.
cautions because the tighter it gets.
Haley Deegan, Jesse Little, John Hunter, Nemechek, Austin Hill, Blaine Perkins, Tyler Ankrum, Riley Hurts, Chandler Smith, Derek Krause, Austin Wayne Self for the trucks that got tore up.
Pushing, gouging, ripping, and
Pretty damn good. Not a single truck that was in that wreck is going to be able to do shit.
1, 3, and
Oh, wait,
5.
Grant Infinger, Thad Moffitt, Lawless Allen, Stuart Friesen, Tom
And then on
Majeski.
the outside
Parker
lane,
got a piece
2,
of it, but he's fine.
4, and
Crafton,
6,
Colby Howard.
You have a mix of Fords and Chevys, and so it'll be interesting on just the communication and what you're thinking of as a driver right now. You're trying to communicate that to your spotter, so the spotter can go talk to the other spotters. That's kind of what you're working on right now.
Dylan, let's restart this race, and I'm going to get you in position to win it.
Thinking he had just won.
And if the race starts back, you've got to finish it.
I'm going to give him a shout. Go. Let's call. Hey, Zane Smith.
Hey, Zane Smith, what do you think about the timing of that caution?
Vince Welch up here in the Fox
I got you.
Studios. Do you copy, friend?
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Well, when you watch the replay, I called you the winner. And then about 6 feet short of the win when the yellow lights came on. What an emotional roller coaster that is. Are you ready to go win this thing again?
Yeah, my heart hurts a little bit right now, but we're back focused on this final restart. So hopefully get a good push from either a Ford teammate or the 75. I can't tell who it's going to be yet, but hopefully it's a good one, and we win it the right way.
Well, you've been amazing today. That Love's truck is beautiful, and the racing has been incredible. Appreciate y'all putting on a show for us and all the fans at home.
Yeah, thanks, fans. Just trying to give Loves another one.
The Loves Ford is going to win Daytona again. Actually, no, because Parker Kligerman's going to win. Because I said so. In the words of John Sanservino, Parker Kligerman's going to win this race because I said so. And anybody who disagrees is a dumb fuck.
We were just trying to wreck all race, and we finally succeeded at it at the end.
Especially you stupid crybaby Bush fans.
We were running,
Even though he's not in this race.
Somewhere right there in the middle, and got hit pretty hard, but
Oh,
thankfully,
Mikey, no.
in this race and made some safe tracks. And,
lost it.
we just ended our night, unfortunately.
God bless
We
America.
had some good runs going with our teammates there in the 19, and also with our Chevy.
That's as
teammates.
big a wreck you can have in the tri-oval without somebody ending up in the catch
We're,
fence.
we're making progress at the right time. Just came off short with the big wreck.
Unfortunate end to this race for Grant Infinger.
Yeah, glad to be able to see him smiling at the end of it, though. Former winner here. He knows what it's all about, how you get it done, and what this type of racing will sometimes deal you. And sometimes you're coming out of the care center, and sometimes you're managing to stay in the victory lane somehow.
Yeah, I had my group at Ganassi
Our
last
sponsor
year
check
do a
back in here
super
under this
speedway
long
trip.
red flag. I'm supposed to be
Where are
playing
the
Red Dead
wrecks
Redemption with
happening?
friends right now.
And
Told
there
him
was
I'd
a
be late
huge
tonight.
red zone, all targeted
Waited till 2 to
around
go, but we waited till 1 to go to
position
get a red
2, 3,
flag. That's a new record.
Well, it targeted there again, didn't it?
There it is. I mean, we saw it last year in the Daytona 500 when McDowell won the race. He was running third, but the trigger.
How many channels does that
from him
sponsor have?
Keselowski, who wrecked Logano, and then the big yellow came out. It's that funnel effect where 2nd through 5 is ripping, gouging. It's almost like you're trying to get a drink at.
They're firing them up
You're
again.
like, no, move.
We're back under yellow.
Get there. It's
sort out who's going to still be running and who's got to pit and who's doing what.
3 to go.
Well, the good news is we've gone from red to yellow, and the
Not Bobby into the pits.
And we're going to come back racing soon. NASCAR overtime in the season opener at Daytona.
If Ben Rhodes had gotten hit in that last wreck, he would have flipped because he was on the bottom hauling ass, and I think it was Ankrum shot down and just missed his right rear.
God, I can't.
To the outside.
They wouldn't let me vote.
Let's see. I want to run a few laps.
See, well, you can win it easy. Damn.
I was gonna restart.
The pole?
During the commercial, I'm running a 10-lap Daytona race on NASCAR Thunder 03. I'm gonna get Dylan in position to win. He's just got to finish it. We get off to a slow start. We'll catch back up. I got faith.
Yeah, you catch them quick. Catch them coming out of turn 2.
Because some of the guys in the middle of the field stack up. Time for the draft master to go to work. Oh, there you go. They're checking up on the top. Checking up on the top. I'm going to get you in position. You got to finish it off.
I'm just going to cause the big one. That was my point in getting on Daytona.
No, you got to win one. Then you got to cause some big ones. They're going to check up big time there. They usually do. Side draft Robbie Gordon. We went from what we started 24th.
Yeah.
We're up to 16th after lap 1. There's Alan Kawicki from Beyond the Grave. I just passed a ghost, guys. Big checkup into turn 1.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
That was Xfinity.
At least Daytona's consistent in this fucking game. It's like the only track, Daytona and Talladega. Move it. Half you fuckers are dead. I'm racing Tiny Lund and Dale Earnhardt and Alan Kawicki. Racing in a fucking graveyard. But you come down, Schrader. I might not even take the lead. I might just ride in second. And then when we have to pit. You going to have to pit in this race?
Yeah.
We'll pit and take 2 times.
You'll get halfway with 4 laps. And at 4.
Well, we might do gas only. I'm going to stay behind him. I wish he'd run somewhere other than
Tires
the top.
get worn at lap 5, I think it was.
If we change 2, we'll be fine. I'm going to stay behind him. Get some separation on the cars behind me, and then jump him on the final stop with 2 tires. I know the race is coming back on, but hold on. I'm just going to unmute it. They're still under caution.
NASCAR overtime here for the Camping World Truck Series at Daytona in the series opener.
I wish Mark Martin would fucking figure out what line he wants to run because they're
Just
catching us again
radio
because they're fucking
communication as
being
trucks
consistent.
are rolling to go back to green with Christian Eckes, his crew chief Jarrett Prince telling him, make sure you're saving fuel. We are lean here to get to the checkered flag, but while you're doing that, also maintain your pace. Don't give this one away.
That's for sure. How about Ben Rhodes, who's going to be sitting in a good position to possibly
I told you I
get
put
another win here?
$100 on Jesse Little. He's in 6th.
Push him out there as hard as you can push him and then settle it. At least we got the best restarter in the business here. You're going to do my best here. I start to feel like that old dog who snaps at the puppies that aren't disciplined enough to control their emotions.
That's a little deep for me. Something like that. Okay. Go after it, man.
Like something
I'm
you
2-car tandeming Mark Martin.
Go
Halfway,
after it,
so they
bud.
can go 6 laps on
Maybe
4.
one of the best press conferences.
On
ever
pit, not
held,
this
by the
time,
way,
but
when he won
next,
the
and do 2
championship.
tires.
Had a couple beers.
He was a little sideways.
He was on it.
He's straight on the track. It's a little sideways after.
Damn!
More than a little
What's he
We
doing?
started our practice show
He just
yesterday
stopped.
by saying that he didn't know yet if he had a
Mark
fat
Martin
truck
just
or a
fucking
skinny
stopped
truck.
in front of me.
And as soon as he got out,
Well, now I definitely
got
gotta pit next time, 'cause they're gonna swallow me up if I don't.
Is that thing fat or is it skinny? What did you figure it out?
I don't know what the
Must be
fuck has
hanging out
happened,
with
Dylan.
My dad a lot. My dad comes up with some crazy analogies.
What'd you do?
Here's the NASCAR overtime
Mark Martin
rules.
just
It is
stopped
a
and he just
2-lap shootout.
slammed
They'll take
on the
green
brake
flag,
off of
and
turn
if the
4.
leader
Like,
comes
literally
back and
slammed
gets
on the brake
white flag,
and just stopped in front of
the
me.
next flag, whether it's the caution or the checkers, will determine the race. If it goes caution
I have no
before the
idea.
white comes out, we'll load them up and do it again.
And all this is under review for transponders and yellow buttons. All good though. All good.
Lengthy cleanup.
Reset. And we got a green
More
light
laps
record.
for them to have to save gas.
Man, these
Maybe they shouldn't have
caution
put it
laps,
back
though,
under caution just
throw
yet.
Another variable into the mix.
Damn, they're not big.
Fuel there too, by
They're
the
not
way.
big on
Last time
fuel.
they pitted.
Dude, Martin just
Top
stopped.
5 all last
off
pitted
the
on
floor.
lap 65.
Well, and it's not like you're going around a half mile here. I mean, it's 2.5 miles around. If you're lean on fuel,
Look how fucking much
That's
faster
good.
they go getting
Even
into
more
the
challenging.
pits.
as you see the
He was
7
going
of
like
Austin Hill, former winner here.
Not Kurt Busch. Rusty Wallace just flew down pit road about 35 miles an hour faster than me, and I was going at the speed limit.
You know, we talked
Dude,
to
Greg Biffle
Rose.
has better odds than Eric Jones.
having some fun with him. He's saving some fuel there.
Sunday.
See if we can get a word. Ben Rhodes, it's Michael Walker, Ben
Biffle's
Boys in the Fox
60 to
booth.
1.
Can you talk to us?
I like Eric Jones 75 to 1.
I appreciate that.
Well, if they don't
Hey,
start the
Ben.
race back, I'll finish it.
Michael and the boys in the Fox booth. Can we chat with you?
Yeah, Michael, how's it going?
It's going great. It sure is fun watching you do your thing out there. You've had that thing from the back.
If Mark
to the
Martin
front.
didn't
You're
just
contending
stop,
for
we'd
another
be in
win at
real good
Daytona.
shape.
What are your chances? How do you feel? What's this going to look like to us?
Yeah, we claim to be in this position. Luckily, every year where we're up front and contending for a win, but
Deegan's still
you know,
13.
the unfortunate thing is that we're 2 laps to go.
Yeah, her truck's still running.
I mean, that also means a win for
She can get something decent out of this.
Top 15's got Ferrari.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, there's a lot of people really hungry for this.
Funny how when you get wrecked at Daytona, your standard slip. Please let us get a top 20.
Well, you're great at this stuff. Could you just real quickly tell me what's the difference between a snapping puppy and the old dog? Which one are you? I couldn't follow along that good.
Yeah, I think you guys heard that. I feel like I'm transitioning into the old dog. Maybe not so much of the snappy puppy that I've been maybe a few years ago.
Well, I love it. Appreciate
Look
your
at
time.
how
Go
fucking
get it,
unfair that is. He went like 1,000 miles an hour down pit road. I take 2 tires and he's still going to come out in front of me.
It seems like he's been around this series forever, and he's just now turning 25.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, it's his 7th season. He told me earlier this weekend he really feels old when they asked him to run the.
God, I've got a
rookie
draft
meeting.
partner going.
And normally that's reserved for the.
Unless he
for the
just
veterans.
stops off of turn 4 again.
Yes, we talk about the youth movement. The last 5 winners. Of
We
last
better, because
season.
fucking Rusty's
Taylor
hauling
Smith
ass
got 2 of those.
by
Seen him
himself.
going into the pits.
Yeah.
Christian
Well, Dale
Eckes
Jarrett
was
must have went
20,
faster than he did. Shit.
Zane Smith.
Oh, those young puppies.
Yep. Young
I'm going to beat Dale Jarrett with a dramatic last lap pass. I might pass him with 2 to go. I don't
Eckes
know.
and Zane Smith right
I
Tate
don't
there.
know.
Fogelman
Again
won the
tonight.
last Super Speedway race.
Yeah.
Oh, that is impressive with Rhodes. I didn't know that. With that many years of
That was
experience
one that the Ford
already in the
wrecked.
truck series.
Yeah.
2 in a row.
Hope that stars would align and work on up to the Xfinity and
What about
into
some
the
of the
Cup Series.
Some of the faces we've seen
There's my pick right
make
behind
their way
yours,
into the
Dale.
top
Yeah,
10
they're
here
about to
late
go
after that
green,
big
and I'm
wreck.
coming to
Jesse
2 to
Little's
go
in
behind
6th.
Dale Jarrett. I'm going to get you a big lead, Dylan, and hand it off.
9th, and Matt DiBenedetto now into the top 10.
Dale Jarrett,
for the
don't
first
slam
time
on the
today.
brakes like Mark
He's been
Martin.
playing
Mark Martin
awesome all
slammed
night.
on the brakes.
Let's see what he's got.
He saw it coming.
He's ready now.
Like, it was like Dale Jarrett
hopefully
wants
have
me
more
to
speed
pass him.
tonight, but they've been on pit road a ton, just kind of trying to polish
Well,
up on some stuff. And we'll see. Maybe
That's
luck will
right,
go
I
his
know
way.
you.
We coming to green here.
We heard the spotter
I'm
for
gonna make
Rhodes
my
say you need to
move
push him hard,
coming
push him
to
out there. And I
the
think what
next
he means
lap.
is push him out there as far as he can, and then drag that brake
And
and
then
put
you got to
that
hold him
gap.
off.
And the leader.
Oh,
Ben
wait,
Rhodes,
well, I
and
guess
get
I'm
pushed
passing
from
him
behind.
now.
That would be
On
the
the
storybook
outs.
ending for that.
Michael
team. We'll
Walker
see if
to
it
the
works out.
That
outside.
is a perfect playbook right there, Mike. You can see
And
that
it's a
played out.
drag
That's Tanner
race.
Gray, 3rd in line on the inside, has the yellow 15 on the door, and the
How
pole
far
winner,
down
Tyler
would he
Jesse,
go?
right behind him.
I was
in the
testing him.
66.
There, bring it home,
It's
Dylan.
been a memorable day for Majeski getting his
We got
first
Eckes, Zane Smith, Ben Rhodes, Parker Kligerman, Tanner Gray, and Jesse Little. If Parker wins, I get $30.
0-2 of Jesse Little, 3rd in line on
If
the
Parker
outside.
wins, we're all
And
winners.
Parker Kligerman said, if I can get in it, I got a shot to win.
But if Eckes wins, I still get
He was
5.
the last one in on time, and here he is with a chance to win it as we get ready for NASCAR overtime. Coming off turn 4, the fans loving it tonight, and it's so good to see the fans in the stands here at Daytona. The pace truck is going to pull off.
How close to the white flag will they be this time when the next caution comes out?
Bringing us to the line.
There go high. He's there.
Here we go. Call it, Vince. This is going to be great.
Parker Kligerman
In the restart zone, and here they come. The green flag
from
is
fourth
up.
place, going to win the shit. Let's go.
There's the push.
Car in the back, change lanes for the start-finish line.
Daytona.
Big push from Rhodes to Eckes. They got off to a better start, but I think Parker and Zane Smith are going to be good through the corner here.
You know Kligerman's gonna do
They're just
his
going to
job.
straight tandem
Get
now.
that 38 truck a big
Push.
And Zane's doing great, dragging the
Lock
brake
bumpers,
right
fuck it,
now.
make them black flag you.
Those two trucks attached on the outside lane.
God, there's just more trucks on the bottom. I think Parker and Zane are fucked.
Not if they can get out.
If they can clear now. He can't clear the 9. If Parker could have cleared the 98, he would have been out. He's fucked. Well, Parker Kligerman's not going to win.
He shoved the 38 to it,
It's like,
though.
thanks, buddy. Bye.
He
I
just
don't know, the outside.
Parker Kligerman just won the race for Zane Smith. Well, he didn't win the race for him. He got him to lead, though. Parker tucks in the 5th.
But Zane Smith out front
Let the 15
again,
jump up.
bringing him to the white.
White flag. They're going to make it back this time, Zane. But he's got 2 teammates behind him.
Anything can generate on the outside lane.
Final lap.
And there they go. They're starting to wreck in the back. Don't. Caution's out. It's over. They threw a caution on the last fucking lap.
So Zane Smith won it regardless.
So Zane Smith wins anyway. Way to go, NASCAR.
Who was so close
You didn't need to throw a
winning
caution
in
for that. Nobody
regulation.
crashed. They kept
This
going.
time he does
There was a lot of
indeed
damage and
get
shit,
it
but they're
done
well past start finish,
with
and everybody
the
drove away from
overtime
it. So
win.
fuck it.
is
Okay,
his fourth
that sucked. Zane
victory.
Smith
You
won.
think he won it twice, Vince?
That's probably going to be the worst race of Speed Weeks, I hope, because that was a pretty weak ass finish.
The truck above the door.
I am happy for him.
Somebody's
Daytona
Xbox
was very
360 just
kind.
red
They
ringed, it
could
looked
have
like,
robbed
on the
him.
fucking
As
screen.
far as being involved in a wreck or not being able to bring this.
Hey, what a great finish. I'm so thrilled
Oh,
with
there's
that
the
finish.
caution
Zane
went out
Smith
first.
ran a very calculated race.
Watch Mark Martin just
Yeah,
stop.
he can thank Parker
What?
Kligerman
What?
for
And then he dug in, dude. He was not going to go forward when he pushed it.
There's Chris Lawson, the crew chief, just put the headset
Oh,
on.
well.
Zane Smith
Who
won.
got trashed at the end?
And his driver
A couple cars in the back, but they kept
won
going.
in their first race together.
Wow, what a thrilling
Zane's
finish.
gonna be on a mission this year.
Michael
I'm happy
McDowell's
that
2 for 2.
He found the ride over there, and he's been second in the championship the last
Loves
6 years.
Daytona.
He's got a lot of good things going for him.
And
Parker
we're a long way
Kligerman
from
won
the
him that
playoffs,
race.
but this win tonight
Yeah, Parker
secures
pushed him to the
his
lead, but
spot
then nobody
in
was
the
behind him.
playoffs.
he's there.
What a weak ass
But
finish.
you're right, Kurt. This kid is just.
But who should have won anyway, so I guess that's the silver lining.
And when he gets a chance, he takes advantage of it, and that's a great win for that Love's team.
All the way through. I mean, the
Oh,
way that
man.
you just
Well,
can
trying to
never
get
give
ready
up.
for
And you
the
gotta keep
excitement
digging.
that is.
There's so many emotions in motorsport. It can
Daytona.
happen after a bad practice. or
Coming back
something,
tomorrow.
A
Probably.
run of
5
3
o'clock.
months of not having good finishes.
I have literally nothing to say about this finish because it really sucked.
Oh, Jason White slides up and gets.
Again, the
They could have raced on.
White and Wright have gotten together a couple of times tonight. There's the 33 of Jason White.
And once again, it's
44
fucking cars
of
racing
Wright.
for 20th, crashing each
There might
other.
have been some oil coming out of the 42 of Hocevar that helped him change lanes like that. But again, the trial was a tough spot to be 3 wide.
Well, and with the accident taking
Yeah, the
place
no
where
bumper
it
locking
did,
rule is stupid because it cost me $30.
if you ask,
Because if they could have
why would
tandem,
race all the
Kligerman would
way
have pushed
back to
Zane
the
Smith
green?
90 miles ahead of everybody. But
Damn, dude.
the fucking caution would have come out
Come
anyway.
back to the checkers.
Yeah, tough call to really see if there was any fluid. But yeah, it's there's different ways of when the yellow comes out of trucks impacting the yellow or impacting the wall, and an ambulance has to be dispatched. There's many reasons for when the yellow gets.
Now the NASCAR damage control's telling Kurt Busch what to say.
I think you will.
Tonight.
Damn, Ben Rose got 11?
Zane Smith, that big push.
And Zane's going to say, I had to win it twice. But
Yeah, the NASCAR Truck Series season not off to a great start.
Timmy Hill, 14.
Wow.
Yeah, Zane Smith, good for. I like Zane Smith quite a lot. Eckes second, Tanner Gray third. Tanner Gray third. And Parker still gets a top 5. Hocevar and Jesse Little 5th and 6th. Majeski, Danny Bond top 10. And Matt DeBena Dumbass gets his top 10.
Oh, my God.
Raleigh Herbst 10th.
Last year when he had to get that final.
There he is. He's back. Top 10.
It took that many trucks for DeBenedetto to muster a top 10 in the Truck Series at Daytona.
Zane Smith,
See you tomorrow, Dylan.
his 4th career win. Jamie Howe is down there to talk to the winner.
It may be Zane's 4th career win, but it is this first at Daytona as the team makes their way across the grass to celebrate with them. The helmet is now off. Zane, I'm going to jump
That
in here real
sucked.
quick.
That fucking race. That was a whole lot of watching a race for a whole lot of
These
nothing.
moments, it's the family atmosphere here. Put into perspective what it is to be a winner at Daytona.
Something else. Man, this place is its own, I'll tell you that. But man, literally my heart hurt during that red flag because I thought we had it. But man, just hats off to this whole group. They've really put the work in, and it's so damn cool to see when it pays off. So, man, this is gonna be a really fun year.
I was in disbelief when they started wrecking in the back. I was like, "Are you serious?"
This get loves back in victory lane. I think we need to run this scheme more often.
Lives Daytona. And I would have loved that $30, but we can't lock bumpers. So anyway, I guess I'm out of here, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow around 5 o'clock for the Xfinity race. Good night. That race stunk. Let's hope for better things tomorrow and especially Sunday.